All right, put away the sexual torture devices, separate the drugs, and push your sister down the stairs. We're heading to the Oregon coast on this all-new episode. And if I keep kissing girls that way, what parts of me are going to start working good? Hello and welcome to Totally 80s and 90s Recall. This is a podcast where we'll dive into everything, the radical decades of the 1980s and 90s through our way, from Cyndi Lauper and Chunk to booty traps and the Truffle Shuffle. If you're new to the show, it's awesome that you've joined us today. And for our returning listeners and subscribers, it's great to have you back. I am one of your hosts, David, joined as always by a guy who loves dumping fake puke on unsuspecting moviegoers. It is, of course, my favorite Goonie, Rob.
Or suspecting movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some people like it.
They were ready for it.
Yep. Hey, today's introduction comes to us from Scott in Nebraska. He writes, I am a 17-year-old high school student, and I'm tired of just being average. I've lived my whole life in this small Nebraska town, and my only claim to popularity is playing on my high school's unsuccessful basketball team. I've had a crush over a girl, but she's dating my rival who plays for an opposing team. Recently, I've noticed some changes to my body. For example, long hair has suddenly sprouted on my hands. While at a party, a girlfriend of mine we ended up in a closet alone, and things got rough when we started making out. And I accidentally clawed her back. When I returned home, I underwent a strange transformation, discovering I was in fact a werewolf. My father revealed to me that he is one too, and that he had hoped I would not inherit the curse because, quote, sometimes it skips a generation. I told my best friend, who agreed to keep it a secret, but I got stressed out on the basketball court and became the wolf and helped our team win their first game in 3 years. As a result, I've gained some fame and popularity, and my high school has become overwhelmed with wolf fever. Unfortunately, I've also alienated my best girlfriend, and my teammates as I've started to hog the ball during games. Dave, Kurt, and Rob, I'm struggling to know what to do. How do I handle this new diagnosis and this new-found popularity? Well, Scott, the 80s and 90s Recall team pooled their collective wisdom, and we've come up with a few suggestions. Number one, you're going to want to capitalize on this opportunity with merch. That's what the cool kids say. Merch. We're talking full-fledged Teen Wolf paraphernalia. I can see it, right? We also suggest you prepare yourself. You know that cute little number that's been hanging out with your rival? She's going to notice you, Scott. Oh, she's going to notice you. Use this opportunity. Number three, use this opportunity to branch out and try something new. You might consider acting. Don't let the whole werewolf thing get in the way. For example, if there's a role that calls for a cavalryman, you could be a werewolf cavalryman. I mean, just roll with it, right?
That happened in the Civil War.
That's right.
Yes.
I think that's true.
It is.
Yeah. Number four, Kip and the boys did want to strongly encourage you to consider renouncing your use of the wolf. But most of all, Scott, we advise you to be yourself. We think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how things will turn out when you go as yourself. The Totally 80s and 90s Recall team is confident that despite the odds, you and your team will begin to work together and beat your rivals. And we're even more confident that you'll learn that you can make the shots when it counts without needing to be the wolf.
By the way, the whole time you were talking about that, there's some sort of horsefly.
There is a fly
on your face, and it is attacking you. Oh, yeah, it was on your eyebrow.
Yeah, no, it literally landed on my eyeball.
It almost went in your mouth.
My eye was open. I was waiting for it to go in my mouth.
In your mouth, yes.
Little snack.
That would have given us something to talk about.
That is. Let's give them something to talk about.
Hey, have you heard that podcast? There's these guys that sit in a room and they talk about flies flying in their mouth. It's fantastic.
I'm just happy it keeps bugging you.
Fantastic. Well, yes, you keep the flies on your side of the table. So maybe you need a shower.
I'd shower.
Maybe it was a long day at work.
It's definitely
Chasing children around.
Yeah,
maybe you had a little sweat.
I
gotcha. Sweaty.
Well, it's not bad.
Sweatiness?
No. I think my antiperspirant is holding up well.
Oh, you're an antiperspirant guy?
Yeah.
I go deodorant.
No.
Is this what we've done now?
This is where we're at.
I think we got to shut down because we've gone
shut it down.
We've gone to our
I don't know
personal
what I
hygiene
use,
talk.
I don't know.
What's that?
It's some sort of gel.
Oh.
I don't do the
have to click.
stick.
I stick.
I do the clear gel.
100% stick. You know, when I was in junior high, I did spray. How terrible was that? Not good. It was bad. I was glad to switch to the stick later. So
I imagine there's some spray people out there.
Right guard, I believe it was.
Oh.
Yeah. Silver can.
No,
This is good stuff.
This is good stuff. This is gold. This is gold.
I feel like I'm in a good tennis tournament right now. Just
Everyone-
looking back and forth at the deodorant conversation.
Everyone who turned in this week, they're like, I didn't have deodorant on my bingo card.
5-minute deodorant talk at the beginning of the
podcast, but somehow that's what happens. Well, when he's got flies flying around, it's either that or he's dead. I'm not sure which one it would be. So
He's grabbing the swatter.
he's got a
He might
swatter.
start swinging randomly.
yeah, so that'll come across well on the microphone. So, well, you've heard his voice. He's back in the studio with us today, joining us on this adventure. And you know what? He's going to live with Rob and I, and we're going to take care of him now. It's the movie hound Kurt.
Only be. My wife said I had to come live with you. I'm
Yes. Oh, that's it, right?
sorry. All righty.
You're going to live with me now.
He keeps breaking out of his chains. She's tired of it.
That's right.
I can't deal with
I'm
it
very
anymore.
strong. I pull them straight from the wall.
Straight from the wall.
They just keep throwing food at me, though.
All
righty,
Can't help
well,
himself.
Good. He's got it all.
Okay.
Poor
Poor Kurt was in mid-sentence.
I just got
Rob
words.
cut him right
I've
off.
got words. Sometimes they come out.
So
I mean, hey, I'm feeling good today. Today was my last day of school, so
I know.
I'm officially
Yes.
on summer vacation.
That is
I'm not
great.
like you fools that have to keep going to work.
I do have to go
Which,
to work.
of course, goes with my entrance and your entrance that you guys were talking about. All of that work, you guys, makes you smell like Phys Ed.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Is it phys ed in here?
Oh.
You got a little phys ed action going on?
No,
Oh,
you?
okay.
Come on, Rob.
Rob, do you know our topic today?
Oh, yes.
Since he has to announce it, I would hope that's what he knows. $20 says he looks at his notes and goes, "Oh, that's next week's topic."
Damn it! All right, you smell like Phys Ed.
I'm a week,
just
I'm
gonna
a
leave
week
it.
off.
All
I'm
right.
just kidding. You're good.
Yes, you're
It smells
you're good.
just fine in here.
just fine. It's wonderful.
There is a fourth smell in here, but I think that'll come up later.
It'll go away later. Yeah, it'll go away for now. So,
strange
Rob, if you can take a couple seconds and get the flies away from your head and let our listeners know what topic we're covering for this week's episode.
The Goonies?
Oh, my goodness. Is that a
Yes.
question?
Okay, I'm just making
Okay.
sure. Yeah,
That's good.
1985's The Goonies.
The Goonies. So I kind of mentioned it last week, but
80s movie
So we've
royalty.
done 80s movie royalty. We've done many movies so far, all great movies, but this is the first one where people will be like, this is my movie." I'm sure there are people that think Over the Top is their movie,
Yes.
Oh, wow.
but a higher percentage of people would probably say The Goonies. Rob, there's someone somewhere that Over the Top is their movie. Like
okay.
it just is.
Yeah.
It is their Godfather too.
Yeah,
It
on,
is.
on Skid Row.
Yeah,
and,
no,
yeah.
I'm telling you, in lots
Some
of places.
guy living in a
Van.
Well,
under a tarp.
down by the river.
I know for a
What's
fact.
your favorite movie?
I know for a fact.
Over the Top.
Our write-in listener today, Scott, loves Over the Top. Thinks it's great. He told me himself.
No, he's a
Told
werewolf.
me himself.
Doesn't matter.
We don't.
He thinks when he's in wolf form that he can beat
He can beat Hawks
or hawk.
or Hawk. He can beat them both.
He can beat them both.
You know what? We'll beat them both.
You just got to take it.
He's got to take it.
Take it.
Take it to the limit.
And he'll beat him just in the white suit.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So he can. He'll
little
dazzle him with
wolf
his dance first, right? So, but back to the Goonies.
Yeah.
What do we remember, or what are our feelings first time watching this movie?
First time, I do not remember first time.
Great.
85, I was 5. So I probably watched it about 88,
Oh, okay.
TBS style.
Nice.
When they were still working with the octopus
Oh yeah,
on the cable version.
cable version. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just remember it's always one that I've watched throughout the years. And if it's on, always stop.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
It's an always stopper.
Always stopper.
I don't remember the first time watching it.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Babysitters.
I think that's
No.
probably where we watched it.
It does have some foul language, so it was definitely a
does.
babysitter.
Shit. That
and
was it,
some
though.
and some sexual innuendos.
Ooh, torture devices.
Yes.
There was no.
Well, I'm just
That was
saying.
in Rob's attic, too.
Yeah, I know. And he lived up there.
I did.
Ooh.
Yeah. It wasn't that way. though.
Rob's room
My attic
had
didn't look like that.
Rob's room had like Greg Brady, that bead thing you'd walk through. And
That's
you'd go
not
in.
true.
I
think he had a beanbag chair on the floor somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
like-
sure.
I think I might have had
I believe they called that a love sack.
That it was
a love sack. No, I didn't have a
No,
love sack.
I think I sat on the love sack.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't sit on the love
Okay.
sack.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
No.
I
is
did.
that, is that what he called his sock on the floor?
Yeah.
No.
By the
Man.
time he started living in the attic, I would hope he would have retired that. I think we're past that age. So.
No, I don't remember when I started watching this, but
That's
it's
good. Staple.
It's a staple. And
Yeah.
I know we've mentioned it before, but we camp on the coast a lot. And
Yep.
it's in our travel trailer, and we watch
It's
it all the time.
Yeah, it's in the DVD rotation.
Yep.
What's in there again? Is that in Great Outdoors?
Great Outdoors is out there.
It's
Yeah.
just it's just the
Oh,
two
and the other one
movies,
is
right?
that we watch Shark Tale.
Oh,
It's out there. We watch it every time.
beautiful.
I don't know why.
That's wonderful.
It's not my favorite either. Kids love it.
Kids love it.
I don't like it.
It's like,
So, well, this is like a rental. I didn't see this in the theater. I don't remember seeing it in the theater. So, a rental at home, and exciting adventure. The fun stuff had some of the, repeating some of the funny lines.
Yeah.
Trying to do the truffle shuffle.
No.
Although I wasn't equipped with the body mass at that time. I can do it now.
I was going to say, I can do it no problem now. But
I could do it now.
But back then, I could shuffle, but there was definitely no truffle to go with it. So,
No.
so it would have just been, they'd be like,
Yeah, I
what's
think-
that guy doing?
why is that guy just shaking his head?
Why is that 83-pound kid got his shirt up?
The sloth, had been on the playground and
Oh, yeah.
copying sloth.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to,
Rob just go up to kid, bye, Ruth.
and that's
They
why.
throw candy bars at him to get
And
him away.
that's how I
Hey,
ended up in speech.
I was going to
class.
say, the funny part is he walks away and they're like, man, Rob's kind of special, isn't he? He's just walking around the playground. Baby Ruth.
His speech is really improving.
He's
really
doing,
improving.
he's doing so much better.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Oh. Oh my goodness! If you did that on the playground, pretty sure they would have put you back inside. Like, you stay in here during lunch. You're scaring the other children. So
Maybe that's why. Wait a minute.
Rob's like, that's why I ate with the vice principal every day.
Damn it.
That's why he wanted to become one.
Well,
I was told that was for the gifted kids.
it was. That's what they told. That's what they told all the gifted kids. So, well,
Well,
why
my
don't
bus is a lot shorter than yours, so
I see that.
we had less people. So
I gotcha. Yeah.
You got screwed.
Less stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still sit in the back.
Yeah, we had less stops. So
Yes, less
screws
stops.
sucks for you.
Sucks for you.
He got
Well,
home faster.
speaking of gifts, let's go ahead and have some fun and play the original theatrical trailer.
Wait a minute!
Steven Spielberg presents The Goonies, a Richard Donner film.
Time, chunk. Hey, Mike found the map! Whoa, do you guys realize what we could do? I don't want to go on any more of your crazy Goonie adventures.
Meet Mikey,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Brand, Andy,
Shame! Come on, Brad. Slip her the tongue. That's disgusting. No, I can't even look.
Mouth,
I gotcha! Now get out from behind there. You're ruining the painting. You're ruining my joke.
Stephanie, Data,
Booty bangers! Ow! Guys, isn't that neat?
and Chunk.
Sloth. Thanks, Chunk.
They call themselves The Goonies. They've stumbled onto a legend, but they're not alone.
Chunk, I hope that was your stomach.
No. That's the it. Sounds like Kong.
Discover what they uncover.
It was full of rubies and emeralds and diamonds.
The Lost Map.
Whoa! This is the start of the tunnel.
The Secret Caves.
Hey, Mikey! You can hear me! Run! Run! They're coming after you! Juggler!
The Hidden Clues.
Mikey!
The treacherous traps.
Oh, Sheriff! Oh, murder!
Just like that last prank about all those little creatures that multiply when you throw water on them.
Take the oath.
They're here! Somebody's coming!
Join the adventure as Steven Spielberg presents The Goonies, a Richard Donner film.
I gotta say, I haven't listened to that or watched it in a long time. That might be one of our longest trailers that we've featured.
It is the longest
on our podcast. Like,
it is the longest.
Let's just record that. We're done because they got all of that in there.
I'm gonna be so bold as to say it's not the greatest trailer.
It's not. It's not it doesn't.
It's not a good one.
Like from hearing it, I'm like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
But maybe if I saw some of the no,
The
visuals aren't great either.
It's not.
Okay. It's not grabbing you.
No. And so I was a little shocked at but maybe
They didn't cut it well.
Well, and I'm wondering if maybe the movie wasn't expected to be as
Make it more exciting, is what
big as
Rob
it
is
was.
saying. He wants it more excitement.
Yeah, no, I
Rob's
thought it was a very
gonna go redo it.
underwhelming trailer for a movie that we consider
a classic.
a classic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it seems like it had a better trailer.
It can't all be home runs, Rob.
That's right.
They tried.
This one should have been.
They left that one up to the
Well,
movie
whoever
itself.
the trailer editing crew was, Rob's giving you 2 thumbs down.
I'm calling them out.
2 thumbs
Yes.
down.
Yeah.
Not a good job. I will say, from the trailer and from the movie itself, 80% of this movie is just, hey, you guys scream, just yell.
Yeah.
That's all, and all at the same time. Get the boom mic right in there because I want to get all 6 of them screaming at once. That's what I want. So I don't know how that worked, but they just set them loose and said, hey, yell your lungs out. Right?
Yell your lungs out.
So, all right. Well, grab your raincoat and bicycle. We're heading down the coastline to look for a mythical treasure and maybe some Italian food as we go back to 1985 and hang out with the Goonies. You know, I don't know if she meant to do it, but every time I hear a Cyndi Lauper song, no matter what song it is, I think of the Goonies. So just her voice, I just go, "Oh, Goonies."
You associate with
with
her with the
was my explanation not right?
No, just I was.
Oh, you
I needed
associate?
yes. You
Oh,
needed
okay.
you
talking
needed
his way
the
through it.
yes,
Gotcha.
yes. You needed the official term for that.
I said, anytime I hear it, I
associate.
think of her. He goes, "Do you mean you associate?"
Associate. Yes.
Yes.
He likes big
Associate.
words.
The clinical description for that is
Clinical.
associate.
I think we're all clinical.
Oh, Dr. Rob over here with his clinical. Okay.
Dr. Rob.
Dr. Rob. I thought we established you were the doctor.
No.
Dr. Kurt.
I believe that's infected.
Not again.
All your doctor training, not again. So, all right. Well, before we begin reliving this week's movie, we like to give you, the listeners, the important information about the movie because who wouldn't want all of that in their head so they know everything about it? And for that, I toss it over to the movie hound himself. Give it to us, Kurt.
Ooh, I will give it to you. Maybe if I can
Maybe
read.
if you can say the names right.
It's yeah, probably not. Don't hold your breath on this one. All right, so The Goonies is a 1985 American adventure comedy film directed and co-produced by Richard Donner from a screenplay by Chris Columbus based on a story by Steven Spielberg.
I was waiting for you to be like Spielberg.
Spielberg. So far, now you keep bringing it up. You know I'm going to mess it up. There's a couple of them coming up.
Here we go.
All right, so it's starring Sean Astin, Josh Brolin, Jeff Cohen, Corey Feldman, Cary Green, Martha Plimpton, and Oscar winner Ki Hoi Kwan.
Nice.
I had to phonetically spell that one out for myself.
Good idea.
With supporting roles done by John Matusik, Ann Ramsey, Robert Davi, and Joe Pantoliano.
Joey
And, of
Pants.
course, Mary Ellen Trainor as the mom.
Very good.
So
She's the Queen 80s lady.
She's there.
This, Die Hard reporter, Scrooged. There's a couple others. But she's like that 80s mom lady that just pops up.
She's also dead.
Oh,
Just thought it's
R.I.P. There's a couple of them from the movie.
jeez, Rob.
There's a lot of people that aren't. Yeah.
Rob, you're supposed to wait till I'm done before you bring it all down.
Back to you.
Back to me. This film grossed $125 million worldwide on a budget of just $19 million. The Goonies has a Rotten Tomatoes certified fresh critic score of 77% and an audience score of a whopping 91%.
Oh, yeah.
The Goonies is also number 15 on IMDb's list of the best movies of the 80s.
Ooh.
Yep. And of course,
What are some of the ones above it?
you were supposed to expect me to do the entire list.
Sorry. No, but I thought maybe a couple of examples, but that's okay.
A couple of examples.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, we'll
We'll
do a
get back
couple
to
of
that
other ones.
next time.
Yeah.
Good job.
Beverly Hills Cop. That was ahead of it.
Oh,
That was one
nice.
of them.
That's
There was
good.
a couple of them we've already done.
I'll guess Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters was close. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ghostbusters came out, a year after this one or a year before? Was it
Cocktail?
84? I don't think Cocktail was higher. No. I'm
All
sorry.
right. That's okay.
All righty.
It was
okay.
number what?
Number 15. He's fact checking
best.
you live on air.
Ah, I found it.
80s.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What do you want to know? Here we go.
Google
He
What's
just
that?
wanted to know other movies ahead
No,
of
here
him.
it comes. Ready?
Number one, guess what it is?
Ghostbusters.
Back to the Future.
Okay, good
Back
job.
to the Future.
Let me
Vacation is number two.
I like it.
The Shining.
Good.
Fast Times.
Yep.
Trading Places. Pee-wee. Star Wars Episode 5.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
I feel like Pee Wee's high.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Arthur. Airplane. Three Amigos.
Arthur?
Okay. Arthur made it to number 8.
Wow.
Hey, there's some other people out
A
there
lot
that
of
like.
Dudley Moore fans.
Coming
running
to
around.
America, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Breakfast Club, Easy Money, and The Goonies.
So everything except Easy Money and Arthur, and I think Pee Wee's a little high.
Wow. That's a dumb list.
That's a dumb list.
But thanks for checking on my facts.
No problem.
We didn't check. We assisted.
We assist. Well, thanks
We're
for
all
the
here to
assist.
help.
Call you John Stockton over there with the
Yes,
assist.
that's right. Tossed it over here to the mailman.
You can't see it, but he's also wearing the short shorts.
He is. Do you have any more information for us?
I just wanted to say one other thing.
Yes.
It's also June 7th is, of course, Goonies Day,
Goonies
since that's the day
Day.
it came
We
out
just-
in
yeah,
1985.
Just missed.
We just missed it. We're just a week
We're
and a half
just
away.
missed it. Astoria always has Goonies Day festivities. I will be heading down there in just a few short days.
He is, yeah.
I'm going to go check out the Goonies house again. Been
You can
there
get some
before.
screenshots for us.
I believe they're letting you go
Yes,
up to
you
the house
can
now.
now
The
go
new
up to the
owners
house.
are allowing you to
Are you
going
gonna
to
go in?
You can't
I don't
go
think you can go in.
You can just go up. They had blocked off the little
gotcha.
hill street that went up to it for a while.
Wanted to see if you could go find the map.
The map.
No.
What is this, Dora?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, but I mean, they found a treasure once. Maybe you can find it again.
I mean, you can go find the map. It's in a
What is this,
landfill somewhere.
Okay.
I know, yeah. They threw it away.
Throw it away.
All right,
good anymore.
so
You're going to go find the map.
Find the map.
You know, it's a movie, right? It's not real.
Swiper, no swiping.
all right, so that's my info.
All right.
Yes.
So now we will go ahead and have David go off to his wishing well to
Yes.
retrieve all of his coins from his
where I go.
unfulfilled wishes. As Rob,
Kurt, you goonie.
that's right, as Rob is going to tell us all about this fantastic movie by doing a little segment we call The Back of the Box.
Back of the box, back of the box. Box, 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 back of the box.
That's a hype jam right
love
there.
It
Yeah, I believe what the kids would say. That's fire.
That is fire.
Fire. I don't
There
think
you
they
go.
actually say that anymore, but we're probably about 5 years behind
That
that.
song is
No,
definitely
I
Sigma.
think that's what they say.
Fire's
yeah,
good.
it's-
Yeah. Or it's a vibe.
Would it be
Vibin'?
It's got Riz.
Riz.
I think that's on the.
Would it be a skibbity toilet? I do not know.
I don't know. It might be.
Ah.
It's not Skibbity Ohio
Yuck.
Riz.
That's
Skibbity,
right.
Ohio.
Would it be a Sigma?
Sigma. Oh,
I don't know.
Is it an alpha?
I think you're just throwing out.
Definitely not an omega.
I don't
You're
know.
just throwing out
I don't know.
rando things at this point.
But I think
Kip
we're
and the
using
boys are
Sigma
telling me
wrong.
to just
Is it
stop.
Kip
Oh,
and the
okay.
boys
All
are
right. All right.
definitely cutting you off.
They're much younger than me, so I'm going to say, all right.
You
Take
realize
their word for it.
You realize the audience we have for this podcast is listening right now. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Hey, I've had to deal with it for 6 months in my classroom. They can deal with it for a few minutes
okay,
here.
I got you.
All right.
All right, Rob.
All right, back of the box.
Starts with a quote. Says it's a deliciously dizzy adventure with crowd-pleasing fun. That's Kathleen Carroll from the New York Daily News.
Wonderful.
I would like to hear her cackle.
Yeah. Nope. I almost did it.
Damn it.
What's
So
going
sorry.
on here?
Here we go.
The Goonies, a tightly knit band of misfit youngsters, are breaking up with greedy developers about to raze, R-A-Z-E, the neighborhood. The kids spend a final drizzly morning together trying to find a way to say goodbye. Instead, They find a real, honest-to-gosh 17th century pirate map. It says gosh.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't make this up.
I gotcha.
And set out on a dazzling day-long quest for a treasure rich enough to save all their homes. The Goonies follow the map and their dreams and enter a fabulous subterranean world filled with caverns, crooks, skeletons, booby traps, a magical moldering pirate ship, and a marvelous milquetoast of a monster, ex-Raider football star John Matusik, who has swiveled piglet ears and a face only Dr. Frankenstein could love. Steven Spielberg, creator of E.T., the extraterrestrial, the Indiana Jones films, Gremlins, Back to the Future, and other blockbusters, and Richard Donner, director of Superman, Inside Moves, and Lady Hawk, combine their cinematic wizardry to create the Goonies. The Goonies are good enough, sings Cyndi Lauper in the film's title song, and you'll agree because the Goonies is part Hardy Boys, part Treasure Island, part Our Gang, and 100% adventure.
Ooh.
I like it.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys.
That's right. Is that as good as the movie boys?
The movie boys? No.
Movie Boys.
They're definitely like the they're lower like
They're on a lower tier.
Kmart version of the movie boys. They copied us, as a matter of
the
fact.
Temu version of
Wish.
Oh, goodness.
Wish.com movie boys are the Hardy Boys. Although they might have books. I don't know that we have a book yet.
No, we don't.
We should work on that.
Either way, I don't care. I don't read.
Yeah. Rob's gonna
People barely listen to what we're doing, so why are they going to take the time to read
right.
what we're saying?
Rob's
I
gonna-
never learned to read.
Rob's gonna do his memoirs.
Read.
Rob's doing his memoirs this summer, and then we'll have a book.
That's right. That'll be one page.
1 page memoirs. This sucks.
Double space.
Double space.
Yes, this book sucks.
Prince.
Oh, Prince. Well, hey, running time?
Oh, I didn't put it down.
Oh, okay.
No, it's like, nope, I was going to guess.
Ballpark.
I think it's 93, but I don't think it's right.
You think it's 93 minutes?
I do. I think it's,
It's that short? I thought it's long. It feels a little longer than that.
I thought it was like one.
it's 1 hour 54.
154.
My bad.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
almost 2 hours long. He said 93.
Maybe it was our last one.
It just
What's
feels
the
like
last one we
93.
did?
What was the last one we did? Bill and Ted.
That one,
That might have been 93.
93.
That
I
was-
So it was short.
So.
He's got numbers in his head.
He does.
I say random things.
He likes numbers. Well, if you're new to the
62.
show,
I don't know what.
62.
62.
62. Well, if you're new to the show, the three of us will discuss a few parts of the movie before jumping into some categories that we've established, share some of our favorite and maybe not so favorite moments of the Goonies. And we always like to kick this off with the casting choices made in this movie. How do we feel about the cast of the Goonies?
I like the cast.
That's, you know,
always my-
sometimes you come in here with
do it all
such
the time,
valuable
yes.
insight. Our fans are like, you know what? I tune into this podcast just to hear, I like the cast. Because I couldn't have got that anywhere else.
You could have, but not as
You
well.
on a
spoken.
podcast with hard-hitting commentary?
Totally
I
80s and 90s recall
like
is the one for you.
it.
I like
I
it.
like it.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I think they picked the better Corey for Mouth.
it was
That's
fun.
true.
Since
yeah.
Haim was also up for it. That's where they originally met.
I thought I saw Haim tried out also for Mikey, too. Like, he,
Well,
he
that's
Did
You
you
read
find
for
a
both,
lot
didn't
of? I couldn't find a lot of information on.
I could not either.
Like alternatives
Alternatives?
people that tried out for this movie.
I got a couple.
The Haims, the Coreys.
The
yeah.
Haims, yep.
I've got for Brand, they brought Johnny Depp and C. Thomas Howell in.
Ooh.
So they read. Obviously didn't get it. River Phoenix read for Mouth also.
Oh.
So that's another one. But he went on to do The Explorers, I think, in the same year. So
Also a good movie.
good little,
I like that.
good pivot for him.
Hubba hubba.
But
I'd like to get my cups on her.
wow, so that's nice. But no, didn't see a lot of others. I looked for like, I saw that Martha Plimpton, who's playing the tomboy girl,
Yeah.
she tried out for Carrie Green's part, but they thought she'd be better as the sidekick and
That's
not
true.
the main lady.
Yeah, that works.
So
I was going to say, Chunk also, he came in for Mouth. And they're like, "What? We think you might be a little bit better for this."
just on first glance, we think the Chunk character might fit you a little better.
So they sent him home and he came back.
No
He came
offense.
back. No offense taken, right? And he still got to be it. I saw this was Josh Brolin and Sean Astin's feature film debuts.
Yep.
And Carrie Green's.
And Cary Green's, who also go on to star in Lucas with another Corey.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's the
good
other
old
one.
Lucas. And Lucas, that's a good one. We should that might make it on the pod one of these days. So it's got football, it's got locusts, it's got science, it's got everything you need.
Science. We're big on science around here.
Why did he end up in the hospital? What was it? He got hit by the football?
He almost died playing football.
He got tackled really hard.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be out
He
there.
got
He's a
creamed.
little guy.
He was just a little guy.
He's just a little
But then they
guy.
give him he gets the coat.
That's right.
The
The
letterman
slow
coat,
clap,
and they
slow
give him the
clap.
slow clap.
That's
And that's it. And then he's the coolest kid in school.
He's the cool one.
Yeah. So
I read that you kind of mentioned the Oscar thing,
Yeah.
or Academy Award. The cast features 4 Academy Award nominees:
Ooh.
Sean Astin, Josh Brolin, Ki
Hoy.
Hoi,
Wei. Quan.
and Anne Ramsey.
Oh, Anne Ramsey.
Yeah.
What was that for? Throw Mama from the Train?
I believe so.
I believe so.
She got
As
nominated for an
it-
Oscar for Throw Mama from the Train. I was being facetious and
By the way,
trying to be
Well,
funny.
she was only in.
No way.
I don't want to speak
got
ill
nominated
of
for Throw
someone that
Mama.
has passed. She
Yes.
was only 55 years old in that movie. In Goonies.
I know.
Well,
That she was.
Life was rough back then.
she was having a good
Is
time.
all I'm saying.
That's all, yeah.
Because her just walking through those tunnels going,
We've already established that everybody looks 30 years older than they were in the 80s anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, Rob's staring intently
No,
at this thing.
I'm
got
trying to find it. Yeah, the best. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
For Throw Mama
I
from the
believe.
Train?
Yes, it was Mama.
Oh my
it was Mama.
goodness.
She's
Yeah.
good being Mama.
That's an Oscar nominating role.
She and when she passed away, she was only 59.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
Wow,
Ugh.
she was rough.
So she was just not in good shape.
no,
Yeah. That's what
It happened.
she.
She
I
did
feel
what she
her.
could.
But I did read that she had I think it might have been cancer.
Oh,
something.
yeah. That
And
sounds
then
right.
That tends to end.
She had to have something removed, like a part of her
Okay.
jaw or something, so she had a lisp the rest of her life.
Yeah. So, well,
Well,
Rob,
there you go.
Rob always
strikes
brings
again.
he always brings the hype to the room. Everybody's at home crying. Thanks,
Debbie
Rob.
Downer.
That's right. So, well, yeah, the
She's
cast.
also dead.
I think the cast is good. We've got one of our categories to talk about some casting stuff later. I would say the cast is 97% good.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I would question a couple choices, but not a big deal. So didn't totally detract from the movie, but there definitely could have been a couple of improvements. But we'll discuss those improvements when we hit our categories. So some interesting facts about the movie. As Kurt said, released June 7th, 1985, now Goonies Day, in Astoria, Oregon. Oregon. All right. There's no E
said
on the end of
Oregon?
that
Which
word.
one
This
of you
guy.
guys-
I
You
said
did.
Oregon just because
I
I knew
am-
it would throw you guys for a loop.
I'm an Oregonian. I would not say Oregon. All right. That doesn't even make sense.
Oregonian.
So-
That's just terrible. Do you consider yourself now a Washingtonian?
well, you're an
That's what they say.
Arizonan.
I
So
have never been an Arizonan. My family moved. I stayed.
That's right.
I love you, family, just from a distance.
Just from a distance.
Wow.
Anyway,
thank you, Pat.
but this surprisingly, the debut weekend it came out in 1985 came in second in the debut weekend, finishing behind Rambo 2, First Blood Part 2. So it was the number one. Other top 10 movies that week: Fletch,
No.
Brewster's Millions,
Ooh, good one.
A View to a Kill, Beverly Hills Cop, Police Academy 2, The First Assignment.
Wow.
So those were some of your top 10 movies that week. In case you were wondering there, Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what?
So that's my first interesting fact. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I got lots.
He's got lots.
Well, one thing I found interesting, there's a connection between this movie and some rock bands.
Oh.
Yep.
There's the Fratellis.
Here come the Music Boys.
Yeah.
That's right.
They're a Scottish
Music
rock
men.
band.
Music men coming out.
That's right.
Then you have, there's another one,
Uh-oh.
and I have lost it in my notes.
That's good.
But there's,
He'll find it
I'll
later.
find it. There's two other bands. But yeah, the Fratellis is a Scottish rock band.
Ooh.
And then there's, shoot, I'm losing it.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll find it.
We'll fill time for you while you look
I
around.
can't find it.
Well, I'll go with one of mine is.
Oh, found it.
Okay. Go
It's,
for it.
it's an easy core. It's called Captain Chunk.
Oh, Captain
Yeah,
Chunk,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Captain Chunk
Cap-
and the
I
Fratellis.
had their first album, but I think on their second and third, they got a little too artistic. So I kind of had to stop listening to them.
What were the names of those albums?
Those albums?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
The
have it,
first
yeah.
one was Swenson's.
Swenson's,
And the other two, they weren't worth remembering. So,
okay.
yeah, that's not good.
I believe it was.
Go out and look
it
for
was
it, everybody.
Booty Trap.
Booty
Were,
traps.
were they booty jams?
They're a thing. So that's all I can tell you. Booty traps and booty jams are both a thing.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
All righty. So one of mine, like I was trying to say, but
Trying.
trying to fill time, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of brought it up earlier. Sean Astin kept the map from the movie. Rob's
really
killing flies.
swatted a fly while you were talking. Rob, come on. This is not our first date
Banged
in the
off the
studio.
metal sign, not loudly at all.
Go ahead, Kurt.
What was I talking about?
It's hard to
The
tell
map.
at this point.
I brought it up earlier
Yes.
that you could find it in a landfill somewhere because Sean Astin kept it, but his mom thought it was garbage and threw it away.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, sorry, everybody.
Your feigned excitement. You're like, good for her.
I mean, do you
What
think
the heck
he
is going on
ever
right
came
now?
back later and was like, Mom,
Mom, where's my
Mom,
map?
where's the map? Oh, what are you talking about,
Thought it was
Sean?
just some rumpled up paper that had been burned a little bit.
That's all. It had blood on it.
It's got real blood.
I did see that. So
It had real blood.
Yeah, the prop guy or whoever, he thought it looked too new, so he actually burned it, and then
Did coffee. And
and he poked his own finger to drip blood all over it. So
they
it
didn't
looked,
have the paint
you know.
in the trailer. So he
Yeah,
just
no
made
red
up his
paint.
own.
So he's like, I got red right here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
They went hardcore in this one.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
if
One
you're
Eyed
gonna
Willy's
commit to
skull is an actual human skull.
It is. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Richard Donner keeps it at his house, right next to a little miniature version of the pirate ship.
Miniature version.
Well, he couldn't have the whole thing in his house.
I saw that the actor that played Chunk, Jeff Cohen, got violently ill filming the whipped cream scene. He said they did over 50 takes, and he had to spray it in his mouth every single time, and it was making him nauseous.
Well, it probably wasn't
'Cause
good
it
that he
was
was
too
already
much.
sick with the chicken pox.
Yeah,
at the
I saw
same
that
time.
too. He had chicken pox.
You can see his pox
Yeah.
when he's doing the truffle shuffle.
But he got it right before they started shooting, but he didn't tell them because he thought they'd recast him.
Yeah.
So
And I saw when he
just
did the
it.
truffle shovel, he asked that the set be cleared
Yeah,
because he was
didn't wanna
spread
it around.
and he was embarrassed. So
he was embarrassed.
he asked them to turn away.
My wife tries to get everybody to leave when I start to do it.
Yes.
My wife does turn away.
No,
She's like,
my wife calls everybody in. She
What are
goes
you
out in the
doing?
front yard. I'm trouble shuffling. Hey, you guys!
Doing it all
all the neighbors come out. Is he doing it again? Hey guys, come check it out. He's doing
Oh
it.
no, not there. He is. There's Mark.
He lives in my neighborhood. I didn't know if you guys knew that or not.
Wow.
that old fella's in the yard again. He's doing that
He's doing
Goonies
the truffle
thing.
shuffle, screaming at you guys.
Apparently, I have old people. Is that what we have? Okay.
You have, Tom Hanks
your
living next door.
Tom Hanks is living there.
Put your shirt down.
Why don't you put your shirt down? Tell me what to do in my own lawn.
Neighborhood's going to hell. I got the actors who played the Fratelli brothers, Joe Pantoliano, Robert Davi, pulled Chunk's hair on the back of his neck during his confession scene, so that he would really cry. Hey, you inherited the fly.
I have, thank you.
I'm rhyming
That
left
means
and right.
Rob missed it.
So, but they were. That's nice, right? Just pull the 10-year-old's hair in the back. He cried. But he also said he thought of something with like his mother being sick or dying, and that also made him sad. So,
Well, from what I was seeing, Robert Davi is not a very nice guy.
yeah, he seems grumpy.
Even when
real life,
him and in real life, him and Joe were just in their first initial auditions, and it was Robert's idea to start talking about his hairpiece, which is why it became a thing in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because he just wanted to call him out and make him look foolish.
Well, to be fair, those two on rewatch, and maybe you don't notice it much when you're young, but on the rewatch, I watched them. They're like two of the Three Stooges. Half of this movie, where they're like, oh, whoop, 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 whoop. They fall down, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get you, and what kind of brothers are these? I mean, obviously, Ann Ramsey's been having multiple dads, right?
Yeah.
So.
And then Davi also on set, I saw that, or I was watching a little making of the Goonies the other day. He had nailed Joe's door shut so he couldn't get out of his trailer.
Nice.
So
Well, those are just pranks on set. They're just having
Well,
fun.
and then he's also pulling the hair of a 10-year-old to try to get him
Well,
into character.
you know what? He was trying to get into character. I'm a ruthless murdering Fratelli brother.
Who loves the opera scene.
He does. You know, the guy's quite a singer, actually.
He is trained.
So, is he trained classically?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I think he went to Juilliard.
Did he?
I don't know. That could be true.
We are talking completely out of our ass. We have no idea what we're talking about.
We got nothing but the facts here, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
know what Juilliard is. He could have gone to Juilliard. It's not that far fetched. So,
A lot of actors do.
Yeah. So I saw, despite shooting more than 80% of the movie in Astoria, Oregon, The final shot when the ship rolls out and they're on the beach, it's actually at Goat Rock Beach in Sonoma County, California. So not in Oregon for the final shot.
No.
Guess they had to relocate.
Well, they shot the ending after the movie had already wrapped.
Yeah.
So.
And also they had gone down to California because that sound stage where the pirate ship is in that whole thing's a sound stage. So it was in there. So they went to California to film that part. But everything else
is real.
up in Astoria. It's all real. All the caves
In Astoria
initially,
and surrounding areas.
yeah, I'm sure all the caves initially with all the pipes and everything, that was all in Astoria, right?
Probably.
I'm
Astoria's
sure.
a little old.
It's pretty old. So I could see the plumbing not working well everywhere in town. So
I was on the little making of the other day that Spielberg was running some of the second unit stuff. And there was one thing, since you brought up the pipes, when they were messing with the pipes in the original thing, they went and shot. The pipes and everything caused a whole bunch of animals to get loose from a zoo.
no, I saw that.
And there was a couple of apes in it. And they
Yeah.
stole Troy's car and went and caused havoc throughout Astoria. And Spielberg apparently shot all this, but nobody can find the footage. Of
No,
what
they
he
can't.
shot.
Yeah.
It was just
Wow.
two guys in ape suits driving around in Troy's car.
They were in ape suits, or were they real gorillas?
Okay.
The way I read the story was I was thinking actual
were-
gorillas stole
They
this
were
car. I was so excited about that.
Supposedly, in the movie, they were supposed to be real gorillas, but they were just actors.
Dang
in suits.
it. I thought legitimate gorillas were like, they got the car on and just started coasting in it.
Yes.
Oh, my whole world's crushed now. I was
I'm sorry.
very excited about that.
Just dudes in suits.
Just see two gorillas driving down the street.
Two gorillas.
Rob's having a tough time following us today, I think. I think we're slightly.
Oh.
This is awesome.
I saw when Mouth says Chunk lied about eating his weight in Godfather's Pizza. Godfather's was dubbed in because Mouth originally says Straw Hat Pizza.
and they wouldn't.
They wouldn't
But they
wouldn't
would
get
not
down.
sign off. Straw Hat was too big of a business. They're
right.
like,
I
look,
think
we're
they-
not
I think
licensing
they both
that.
went out of business. So.
No.
Is there still
I
Godfather?
There's
looked
still
it up.
Godfather's Pizza around.
29 Straw Hat. There are still
Straw Hat.
29 locations, almost all exclusively in California, but Straw Hat still exists.
Wow.
But, you think the Straw Hat guy looks back on that and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have just let him say Straw
We had a
Hat.
chance.
We had opportunity. We could have been. We could have been contenders. We
could have been
somebody.
somebody.
We could have been somebody.
All right.
But instead, we're just Straw Hat here in Northern California.
Northern California.
Stupid Straw. Because when everybody's like, "Hey, what kind of pizza you want tonight, Papa John's?" No.
Papa John.
Maud? No. How about Straw Hat? Yeah, that's it. Straw Hat pizza.
No, I want Godfathers.
What is going on? Frick's sake.
Straw Hat pizza.
Rob, what's another one of your?
Yeah, you're interesting facts, Rob.
Oh,
bring
all the
it
main
back for
characters
you.
are referred to.
If it's not about pizza, I don't want to hear
I
about
talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm very hungry right now.
I feel like Chunk, man. I can smell pizza.
Through the
Pepperoni.
door.
Yeah, it's over in your house. I can smell it.
I can't do this today. What is going on?
Interesting fact, Rob.
All the main characters are referred to by nicknames, and their real names are either rarely mentioned
Yes.
or not mentioned at all.
What was Mouth's real name?
His real name is Clark Devereaux.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Devereaux,
What is
that
Sloth's
sounds
real name?
fancy. Sloth's real name?
Sloth's real name.
John Matuzik.
Lotney
Lotney Fratelli.
Fratelli.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Mikey is Michael Walsh. Data is Richard Wang.
Wang Noodle.
So, just to be clear,
Just to
his
be
name
clear.
is Dick Wang.
It is Dick Wang. He's got a data on the Dick Wang.
Data on the Dick Wang.
Okay.
That had to be an inside joke somewhere.
Somebody did that on purpose. There's no way.
My guess
Be
it
like,
was the director, Dick.
school.
Dick
First
Wang.
time Data goes, no wonder he goes by Data at school. They're like, is Dick Wang here? Wang.
Damn it.
It's Richard. No, it's Dick.
Richard.
All right.
Brand is Brandon Walsh.
Go ahead, Dick
Chunk
Wang.
is Lawrence Cohen.
I'm going to call you Wang today.
Andy is Andrea Teresa Carmichael.
Nice.
And Steph is Stephanie Steinbrenner.
Ooh,
And
Steinbrenner.
and then we talked about old
Oh, yeah.
Lotney Fratelli.
By the way, Stephanie Steinbrenner's dad, uncle of George, one owner of the Yankees.
I don't think that's true.
It has to be.
It's got to be
name.
true. I read it on the internet.
Oh man, I read it on the internet.
It's on the internet, guys. It's got to be true.
Did I think we all have.
I saw that the Hey You Guys was inspired by the Electric Company 70s children's show, but a female character yells it at the end of every episode, which they're saying because of his TV habit, Sloth probably watched it. Therefore, that's where he picked it up from. So he's a TV guy.
Okay, so you're into the movie
I'm into the Dick Hwang. That's what I'm into.
fart. No.
Go ahead.
You're into movie like the
Trivia.
theories.
Right? Yes.
Okay,
Games and
have they
the
theory.
wall calendar.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Seen at shows October 1985.
Okay.
Then another point in the movie, mouth indicates that it's a Saturday.
Oh.
Yes.
The newspaper front page seen around the 43-minute mark is dated October 24th, 1985,
Here we go.
which was a Thursday. All this would mean that the action takes place on Saturday, October 26th, 1985, which incidentally happens to be the exact same day on which the events of the original Back to the Future took place.
Oh.
Twin Pines
Look
Mall.
at Steven Spielberg. Very
Spielbergian.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little-
because there's also the
little
nod,
crossover.
the nod to the Gremlins.
right.
There's several.
All
movies,
those creatures that multiply when you
That
get them
multiply
wet.
when you get them wet.
And then he has an action figure in his
Yep.
room, you can say.
Well, and Richard Donner directed Superman. Sloth's wearing a Superman T-shirt.
Yep.
And if you look closely, Mikey has Superman sheets in his bedroom.
Did you know that
Superman sheets.
Did I know? Yes, tell me.
that Chester Copperpot was the picture they used was an actor who was supposed to be in the Superman movie.
Acting.
But he apparently was ruled out because of extreme exhaustion.
Oh, he
So
looked
they just
tired.
used his
Yeah.
picture in that.
And he looked tired in that picture. So I can
did.
imagine the rigors of shooting Superman would have been
rigors.
way too much. Was he supposed to be like Lex Luthor or something?
Yes.
So they had to get Gene Hackman because they had to get rid of the Copperpot guy. All right, he was just too exhausted; he couldn't do it. So, well, let's talk about some questions or plot holes. Not that there could be any, but rewatching this as an adult, I do see a couple things here and there. So, first of all,
Blasphemous.
this movie is rated PG. PG-13 was available at this point, and this movie being dubbed PG for children. Let's just go over. Say you take your 10 and 8-year-old to this adventure
That's right.
program. So we lead off with a fake suicide. That just starts the movie off.
Yeah,
A dude
this is
hanging
true.
in his cell. We talk about sexual torture devices. There's a statue penis joke going around.
Separating your drugs.
There's guns firing left and right. There's plenty of profanity. There's making out.
What
there's,
profanity is
There's
it?
a
They
dead
say
body.
shit.
Yeah.
Just lots of shits.
There's a dead body with a bullet hole through his forehead.
That's true.
So, and in general, just sloth for any actual small
the
child.
the
would
torture
be
scene
interesting.
with Chunk is. I mean, they're
It's a
going to
little
put
rough.
his little pudgy hand in
Yeah,
that
they were
little,
going to throw it
that
in
little
there.
bladder.
So
Yeah.
is PG the right answer here? Maybe PG-13 would have been a better
if you're at the
version.
babysitter, PG is fine.
PG is fine. Yeah,
Not my babysitter.
not your babysitter.
We
No.
don't
She's
care.
like, no, that's
Bring the PG.
First of all, they're in
We
there
saw
watching
Cobra,
Hey, yeah,
so-
they're watching Goonies, and she's like, first of all, that's not hardcore enough. Here's Cobra. you kids are gonna learn today.
you're the disease and I'm the cure.
This is Cabretti right here. So, yeah. So I just think this is a kids movie, and it opens with an apparent suicide. So if you're an adult and you got your like 8 and 10-year-old sitting next to you, hey, what's he doing, Mom? He's just hanging out. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's
hanging
just
out.
hanging
Yeah.
out. That's all. So
Literally.
yeah,
And he does a terrible punch to knock out the cop. I don't think he came within 5 feet of
But it
this.
was an old guy. He's holding back.
He's holding
He was an old guard.
All right, here's the question of the day. Look, I'm not here to question Chunk's abilities to find food. He seems pretty good at it.
Can he
But
smell
is
it
he
through the
really
freezer door?
smelling ice cream through a freezer door?
Yes.
I've smelled lots of things in my life. Ice
You've
cream
made
is
smell
tough.
things, Lauren.
I've got that. Ice cream seems like one of those that's tough to smell. And smelling ice cream
Okay.
seems rough to me.
Okay, this is it. But you, sir.
Oh, me,
But
sir.
you,
You, sir.
I smell ice cream?
No, but you
okay.
can smell it because you're not an onions guy.
Oh, I don't like it.
And I remember one time you were at our house.
Yes.
And my mom was making something with onions.
Oh, yeah.
And you could tell. You could now onions is one that you can smell.
Let me ask you a question here. You're comparing the smell of onions
Okay,
to
but
ice
listen
cream?
to me. Listen to me.
That makes a lot of
when
sense.
you're cutting
Escuchen, por favor.
when you're cutting the onion, yes, but when
Yeah.
it's in the thing, when it's in and it's cooked down,
Becomes
and it's
aromatic.
reduced.
I can find it.
Yeah, see,
It's not that
so
hard.
When you don't like
So I
something, it's
think-
easy to pick out.
So
If
I just
you're a
want to
little
be.
fat-
I just want to be clear.
little fat
that
kid, you can smell ice cream.
You're being the advocate of the other side of this debate that you think Chunk could smell ice cream
Absolutely.
through a freezer door.
Absolutely.
he knows he can.
You know,
Absolutely.
you're a learned man, and so that really shocks me that you would think
This is a
that he
studio
could
of
smell-
learned doctors.
doctors. So okay, we'll let him smell it.
We'll let him smell it.
A golf course in Astoria, good idea. It's going to be
Especially-
open like 3 months a year. It rains on the coast all the time.
Especially where the
They're
Goonies
all
house
over
is
on the
up
coast.
on the
Yeah, it's up
cliff
on
of
a hill. You're going to have to do a lot of
Yeah.
excavating, or you're going to have some weird holes. I don't know. I don't buy a golf course
in
right
Astoria
there.
is not a good idea.
That doesn't
No.
sound right.
Now on the outskirts, kind of over
Yeah,
by
maybe.
Warrenton and stuff, there's some.
Throwing Brand down a hill on a bike.
At like 30 miles an hour.
Did they just steal that from the Karate Kid? Because that was a year earlier. They tossed little LaRusso's ass down the hill too. So same.
I read
same
that there was a
theory?
little bit of a nod to the ET scene too, the bike and the,
Oh, yeah.
and they was almost wearing the same outfit.
Well,
With the
Brand didn't fly. I can tell you
Yeah,
that much. He could have used ET in the basket at that point.
he fell
So-
with style.
Brandon should have been mostly dead,
He should have been.
as
Yeah.
Billy Crystal would tell us. Mostly dead.
Mostly.
Like I would like to have seen the end of that tumble down the hill. So, and Data's sister's going to be super pissed. Her bike's ruined.
It's gone.
So yeah.
I want my bike.
Which they just was they just had to film that in later or
Yeah.
dub it in later, and they just did the same line.
Do you think he's Richard Wang Jr.? So there's multiple.
You're coming back
Dick,
to Rich.
So there's multiple Dick Wangs in the house.
Yes. Junior.
It's a house full of
Junior.
wangs.
It's a house full of learned Wangs. His name's Dick Wang. I can't leave it alone. Like it just came to us in a dream.
In a dream. Not every day you get served up a Dick Wang.
That's right.
that was a dick wang.
A hot piping serving of Dick Wang.
right.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
I will
right.
tell you, we talked about how you were so concerned with the profanity. In the
Oh,
movie.
yes.
Yes.
They say shit multiple
Shit
times.
or bullshit is
Yes.
uttered 19 times.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Not counting the line holy S-H-I-T that was spelled out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is funny. Did you see why he spelled it out?
Because he
that was-
promised his mom he wouldn't
Yes,
say
his mom, he
promise.
promised his
wouldn't
mom and he
profanity.
wouldn't do it, so he found a way around it.
Which is why they had to call him Data.
That's right.
Because he wouldn't want his mom calling himself, or he wouldn't want to have his mom hear him saying Dick Wang.
Damn it,
Would have
Wang.
been fine.
Damn it, Wang.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Lou Gehrig baseball card was actually a 1973 Topps baseball card,
Oh.
and
Not worth as much.
Chester Copperpot died in 35.
Oh.
So how did he get a baseball card that's
maybe Marty left
over
it there.
40 years? Probably.
Maybe him
Maybe
and Doc
Marty.
went to
There
the
you go.
wrong
Back.
spot first.
That's right.
Bring it back.
They went to the wrong
That's right.
spot first, and then they had to go back to
Somebody used the flux
Hill Valley.
capacitor.
That's right. They used it wrong.
I found this
Right.
quote that I thought was kind of interesting. It said, Josh Brolin explained that while he began to look deeper into the potential symbolism behind a moment in the film, did you read this? Spielberg asked him to just act and focus on portraying what was in the moment, hoping it could encourage him to give his best performance. He stated, this is Brolin, "It was a really innocent and really fun time, and I thought that's how movies were done, and they weren't. I remember coming to Spielberg at some point because I was reading Stanislavski, and even though he didn't direct it, he was there pretty much every day. And I said, hey, like, don't you think these tunnels are like my mother's womb? And that, like,
I wanna crawl up
I'm
around it?
scratching to get around out of the womb, and then I need to be born again, but it's a different whatever, I said. And he looked at me and he just goes, just act.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know, but, and he wasn't rude. He was just like, don't overcomplicate it. Just get in there, look around, listen to people, and just do your deal.
And was that Spielberg?
do your
Yeah.
Spielberg going just act is his way of being like, Josh, shut up.
Yeah, this is your
Like,
first movie,
go
bud.
away.
You got a job. Be
Right?
happy.
Like, just,
His
yeah, come
debut
on,
film,
man.
and he's like,
Look,
I need to
Data's,
find my motivation.
Data's already been in another movie and he was 6, and I didn't have these kind of problems. So, dude, just act. That's
right.
I'll call Johnny Depp. He was already here. All right, he won't be asking me stupid
I got
questions
Johnny D
like
on
this.
speed dial.
Johnny D's right on speed dial.
Johnny D.
Oh yeah.
I also found this interesting point. It says, according to international maritime salvage law,
Oh, I did
Yep.
see this.
The rights to a salvage vessel and its contents go to the person or persons who first successfully bring something off the vessel in question. Since Mikey brought the jewels off the ship, the Inferno and everything on it belongs to him.
Yeah. I said at the end of that movie, I'd be on jet skis or something chasing that thing down. I'm like, look, I don't care about these little jewels. That thing's loaded.
Yeah.
I'm not letting that sail off into the Pacific Ocean. What are we talking about here? So Willie will be okay. Trust me.
Willie will be fine.
That's Willie's. Don't touch it. It's Willie's.
Right. How long have you guys been standing here? Long enough, Mike.
Long enough, Mackie.
Hey, Mickey.
Long enough.
One questionable moment my wife brought up yesterday was as soon as the Fratellis were running out of the police station and the cops were chasing after them, not a single cop had their gun in their hand. They
Nope.
were all too worried about putting on their coats.
That is correct. It's cold outside
It's
in
cold in
Astoria.
Astoria. It's wet and damp.
There was
Rob-
a fire lit outside. They were fine.
Rob already established it's October. I don't know if you've been to the coast in October. It
sucks.
Not fun.
It is just fun.
It's very brisk.
I know.
I would say.
we like
They're like,
the
we
cold
don't care
weather.
about the escaped convict. I need my coat.
That's not even the worst part of that escape scene. So there's one cop going to get them out of jail. He knocks that guy out and then walks
were the
out
other
the
four
front
cops
door.
doing?
What were the other four cops doing? Were they in the break room? Were they playing pool?
Yes.
You know, what was happening? Were they were you know what they were doing? Did he do it again?
Did it again,
You know,
but on the table
on
with
the
all the
table.
microphones.
2 for 2.
You know what they were doing? They were in there laughing because they had just been to the school to make a little presentation. They're like, there's a kid over there named Dick Huang. And I don't know if you know that, but it's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Speaking of laughing, I tried to listen to it. I can't hear it, but they say that if the scene where they take the ice cream from Chunk,
Yes.
he's, you know, and he kind of does that little cry. He's like that you can hear Richard Donner laughing
Oh.
in the background because
That's good.
but I tried to listen to it. I can't hear it. So anyway.
Let's jump into some reviews. We like to look around and see what I've got. The Siskel and Ebert review. Both gave 3 out of 4 stars, so that's good for those two. They can get a little grumpy at times, particularly kids movies. I go look around. I don't know if Roger was a big kid movie guy, but I think he likes Spielberg so much he gives it a pass. Roger said it was a smooth mixture of the usual ingredients from a Spielberg action movie, which is made special because of the high energy performance of the kids. So thanks for that, Raj. Siskel said, after a dull start, a minor movie miracle takes place as the movie gets its act together as the kids stop trading wisecracks and get to the adventure of finding the treasure. So it feels like a backwards compliment from Siskel there, but, you know, another grumpy guy. So what are you going to do? So that's Siskel and Ebert giving their way in, and we like to toss it over to Rob for a good review of this movie. Should be lots of them.
There is. So, and I picked this one because it's what I like about it is it takes something that it was in a very formal setting and compares it to the Goonies. So I thought this is a 2004 review from IMDb. And the person says, just prior to graduating with a degree in film studies, a lecturer asked us, so what's your favorite film now? While my peers spouted out names like really fancy films, Goddard films and obscure German expressionist shorts, I sat quietly thinking, my favorite film has been my favorite film since I was 7. So when it came to me and I mumbled The Goonies, I was expecting scorn, ridicule, and possibly minor injury, but instead was met with concurring shouts and whoops and cries of, hey, you guys, from the rest of the class. You see, this is the unifying thing about The Goonies. Mention it in a room full of 20-somethings and they well up and utter, Sloth loves Chunk, or adapt a harassed Chinese tone. That's what I said, booty traps. And if the room happens to be a pub, several chairs will scrape back and semi-inebriated grown men will lift their shirts, shake their bellies, and revel in the truffle shuffle. People may say it's an Indiana Jones wannabe. I think it's the defining beauty of it all. When we first watched The Goonies, it was like watching our dreams come true on screen. We'd love seeing Indiana's adventures and escapades, and in The Goonies, we saw kids like us actually doing it. They got to be just the mini indies we imagined ourselves to be on the playground. But it's not just the adventure that makes us love the film. We love those Goonies themselves. They were like our friends. We got annoyed with them sometimes. We wanted to protect them. We laughed at their jokes and cheered when they had a brilliant plan. Identifying with those kids was what we loved and why, as adults, we quote them and become them when talking about the film. I still want to be like Andy, having a perilous adventure sliding down tunnels and facing the bad guys on a huge pirate ship. but of course, also making time to kiss Brand and Mikey. I also think that this is why Goonies 2 is such a relevant and exciting concept. We've all grown up together, and I'd love to see how the guys are doing now. I just hope it doesn't disappoint. So if you've not seen it, do it right now. And if you have kids, sit them down, hold their hand through the scary bits, and enjoy. They'll thank you 20 years time. 20 years time.
When was that review from?
2004.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if you go into
are now
20-somethings now, they're going to be like
40-somethings.
Yeah.
40-somethings. Yeah.
No, but I thought that the idea of that, like being in a room full of pretentious movie snobs and you say your favorite movie is...
You know what we should start doing? Next time we're in somewhere public, let's just
do the truffle
say
shuffle?
Goonies and let's see what
happens.
response happens.
Hey, you guys.
You talking about Dick Wang?
I think he was going to know that obscure. Did you know?
Did you know?
Obscure reference.
Dick Wang is Data.
I'm here for the Dick Wang. Okay. So Rob found us a good review. And actually, I know you found a bad review because I looked around and definitely there were people that didn't enjoy Goonies as much as everybody else did. So
there wasn't as much. It was harder to find like a semi-reputable one.
I see what you're saying. You didn't want to go with some IMDb user?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I found one from what's called the Chicago Reader by Dave Kerr. It was October 26, 1985 is when he wrote this one.
Nice.
So it starts off, more puberty blues from producer Steven Spielberg in a children's adventure film so overloaded with Freudian imagery that the good doctor himself might feel embarrassed. A bunch of 13-year-old boys penetrate a secret cave in search of hidden treasure.
Did you emphasize penetrate?
I did.
All right,
I thought it was a very odd.
Keep reading.
I had to emphasize it because I thought it was a very odd choice of words when talking about 13-year-old boys.
Yeah, I got
finger in the air was
good.
the best.
Penetrate.
All right.
And cave is in quotation marks.
That's gross.
So is the hidden treasure.
Stop it.
And when they aren't squeezing through tight places,
Oh,
I
man.
feel like you wrote this at this
or
point.
being doused with water, they're castrating statues
gosh.
or kicking villains in the crotch.
Wow.
This guy later goes on to say director Richard Donner turns the kids into shrieking ferrets and his jumpy cutting scenes to lag behind the action deliberately in a curious attempt to make the film seem more chaotic and cluttered. The usual Spielberg rhetoric about the sanctity of childhood and the beauty of dreams seems wholly fictitious in this crass context.
Nice.
Which even includes a commercial in the form of a rock video for the tie-in to merchandise.
Oh, merchandise.
Merchandise. There was no Goonies the flamethrower, though.
No Goonies the flamethrower?
No.
What about Goonies
That guy
the doll?
didn't. That guy.
Goonies
Hot
the
Towel
lunchbox.
Robo.
Yes.
Merchandise.
Oh, all right. Well, you
He
guys
didn't like that. He didn't like that.
No,
movie.
he was bad.
He did not.
I don't like his. I don't like his writing style either.
His usage of
Yeah,
words.
that guy's long since retired. I bet there's some skeletons. Let's get away from that guy. You guys ready to penetrate? The cave
Penetrate was not
of
in
wonders.
quotation marks, just the cave and the treasure.
It's gross. All right, you guys ready to jump into categories?
Sure.
Let's go. Rob
Cannonball
sounds
right in.
confident.
That means Rob's going
that
first.
means, yep. That takes us. We'll do our first category, which is our favorite quote.
They're here.
You can't handle the truth.
No, I am your father.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Well, just like those little nuggets of treasures of greatness from movies, a good quote can make you remember the movie and jump right back into it and like you were there for the first time. So, Rob, since you were so emphatic and excited about this category, as Kurt said, you're going to go first.
Oh, man. I think the torture scene with Chunk is one of my favorites. And
Nice.
so, when Chunk is sobbing, he says, everything. Okay, I'll talk. In third grade, I cheated on my history exam. In fourth grade, I stole my Uncle Meg's toupee and I glued it to my face when I played Moses in my Hebrew school play. In fifth grade, I knocked my sister Edie down the stairs and I blamed it on the dog. And then my mom sent me to the summer camp for fat kids, and then they served lunch, and I got nuts, and I pigged out, and they kicked me out. And it just keeps going. But the worst thing I ever done, I mixed all this fake puke at home, and then I went to this movie theater, hid the puke in my jacket, climbed over the balcony, and then I made a noise like this.
I love that.
And the thing that I think is funny is the Fratelli brother in the back. He's trying not to laugh.
Oh, he's laughing.
I'm starting to think I like this kid.
He's laughing. And,
No, they're laughing
and
the
he's
whole
trying
time.
to keep it together. And I'm kind of I'm
the
starting to
thing
like
is,
this kid.
If they were as murderous as they're supposed to be, the Fratellis, why are they letting him ramble on? They would have just stuck his hand in the blender at some point. But
all the people started getting sick, throwing up all over each other, and I never felt so bad in my entire life.
That's good. I like that one. So, what do you got, Kurt?
I'm going to go with the castrating statues.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to go with, oh my God, that's my mom's most favorite piece. Oh my God. And then you wouldn't be here if it wasn't. His little Groucho Marx.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny. I'm in the same scene with the broken statue. So they put it back on.
Let's go with castrated statue.
A castrated statue, yes.
That's right.
And they've fixed it after they've broken it, and they're like,
You got the beans above the Frank?
Yeah, they go, that doesn't look right. And Brand says, if God made it that way, you'd all be pissing in your faces. So I think that's funny.
Well, one of them says, it looks fine to me.
Looks fine to me.
I think Chunk says that.
Yeah,
Chuck
Chunk.
says,
Yeah, what does
"It's fine
Chunk
to me."
know? You know. So another one I liked, Mrs. Walsh. This is an older. I probably didn't like it as much, but I thought it was funny on the rewatch. She's like, this is my supply closet. You'll find everything you need: brooms, dustpans, insect spray. I would really like the house clean when they tear it down. That's such a mom thing to say. Like, I don't want anyone to come in here and bulldoze this and think we were slobs.
Yeah.
I can really see our mother-in-law saying that.
Yes, I know. 100%.
I want this
that would
place
be her.
clean
I want
before they
this
tear it
clean
down.
before they rip it up.
Well, that's the same argument. Not that our house is getting torn down, but the same idea about we've toyed with the idea of getting a housekeeper.
Oh, nice.
But the idea
Like
of,
Rosalita?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we would
No
spend
Peterman. No Peterman.
No vitamin, no pen.
my argument is we would spend more time cleaning the house before they came.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trying to make it look reasonable for them.
Because we
You're
don't
like,
want the
I them
housekeeper to think we're slobs.
Yeah,
so we're going to clean up.
Because what do you think's going to happen? She's going to go tell the other housekeeper,
I don't know.
Cruz, have you been to the McCracken's house? It's just
It's
a
insane.
disaster.
That's what I
over
mean.
There. So
So it's the same
by the way,
idea.
the no Peterman, the Spanish. So Mikey Mouth can have enough advanced Spanish
I know.
to say
talk about
drugs,
sexual torture
heroin,
devices.
sexual torture, but then she's saying no sign and he can't pick that one
What?
up.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, I don't know what's happening right now. That word's way too difficult.
He
So-
didn't learn signature.
And why doesn't Rosalita just run over there and knock the pen out of the hand? Just stop yelling. Just do this.
She's not running up a beach.
That poor lady's had a rough day. She almost got hit by the car.
Oh, yeah.
Then she comes to this house and she's like, all these
Crazy
kids
people.
and just psychos.
What'd she
here.
say? I'm in a crazy house or
Oh
something?
yeah, crazy house. And then her she's had a rough day, but I bet she came back the next day. That's
right. One of my unanswered questions, though, that we didn't get to, but I just thought of it. What happened to Mom's arm? I want to know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do
yeah.
too.
I
What
was going
happened
to
to
ask you
Mom's
that. Does
arm?
it say? And I just didn't. I missed it.
It's not on. No, it just says hurt my shoulder. So.
Well, they were probably fighting because they were getting foreclosed on. The dad, he's a curator. They get a little riled up.
The dad,
I'm
picturing it was dated. I'm picturing it was dated the day before.
Straight
Wow.
domestic abuse. Here's what I think actually happened. Old Dick Huang came on his zip line
Yeah.
and she wasn't ready, hit her, knocked her down, and that's why she says.
old
That's why
Mr.
when she talks to him, she's like, "Hey, Data, can you use the back door?" 'Cause
Yeah.
she's been hit before. She knows what's going on.
She's been hit
old
by the
Mr.
Dick Wang.
Walsh came home from a bender at the
Oh, yeah,
museum.
at the
And he
museum.
said, listen,
listen,
lady,
lady.
you get over there.
Get over
Well,
there.
she
Had a
probably
long night at the museum.
She probably made some comment like, "Well, if you made more money, we wouldn't have to be getting rid of the house."
That's fighting words.
Needed 400 more of those checks.
That's right.
I don't know. The more I look at it, I don't know that their dad seemed very confrontational. So-
I'm gonna guess it's October in Astoria.
Yeah, she slipped.
The wood gets slippery, and then she slipped.
She slipped down the
Sometimes
steps.
the slippery is wood.
Hey, another unanswered question. Hey, yeah,
I'm trying to learn how
You
to
are.
speak
The
English.
wood is
The wood is slippery.
but the wood is
The
wet.
wood sometimes does get slippery.
Sometimes,
Yes.
yeah.
Another
Moving on.
another unanswered question. When Chunk comes to the house, he's got to do the truffle shuffle to open the gate. How did
Mouth
Mikey
get in?
how did Mouth get in the gate? He was just at the front door all by himself.
Well, you can just reach over and open the gate. I don't know
That
why
is true.
he didn't just reach over and open the gate.
No, you got to do the bowling ball and the
Not the Rube Goldberg machine.
And why did their family allow Data, I assume, built this contraption?
I don't know.
They were happy to be like, yeah, just let Huang put that in the front yard.
Just
It's
let
fine.
Wang do it.
So
Wang's got a wang.
yeah, it's got to work.
Wang be wanging.
Because every time they get something delivered,
hell?
anytime
What did I
anything
say?
happens, we got to go through this whole situation. So.
I liked Mouth. He has three things where he talks about the marijuana goes in the top drawer.
Yes.
The cocaine and the speed go in the second drawer.
Correct.
And the heroin goes in the bottom drawer. Always separate the drugs.
Always.
Yeah. Then in the other one, he says, never go up there. It's filled with Mr. Walsh's sexual toy. We talked about that. Then the other one says, if you do a bad job, you'll be locked in here with the cockroaches for 2 weeks without food or water.
You know, and as real quick, the mom. Yeah, the mom, I know she doesn't know Spanish, but she can hear him say cacaroches. He says that, and she doesn't be like, Mouth, what are you talking about? No,
But she's on a mission. She's not listening.
She seems a little oblivious to the world. So
well, the fact that she trusted Mouth to, she's like, oh, you're so great.
Yeah,
you're so good.
Translate.
Yes.
She speaks
You're amazing.
no English. All right, well, that takes us to our second category, our favorite scene. Kurt, would you like to start?
Sure.
I used to assign these roles, but on our last pod, you kind of started to like assert yourself.
Well,
so I've decided I'll go ahead and throw these options out now.
Thank you.
Assert dominance.
I like to feel part of
I
it.
am the leader of the program, but that's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. He's
So
something.
it's okay.
Now, everybody at home went, I don't think he's kidding.
I don't think he's kidding.
I don't think
As
he's kidding.
Robin Kurt just got real quiet.
I am the leader of the pod.
He is what? He thinks himself as the pod father.
I am the pod father. Oh, I like that.
That's really
That is
dumb.
fantastic. That should be a shirt today.
I hate you for that.
I will tell you, don't do that. Don't do the shirt.
You can do
Because I
that.
heard that on
Hey.
a different pod.
Oh, that's too bad.
I think there's an actual podcast called The Pod
okay.
Father.
I would have opened up the podcast quick with, ladies and gentlemen, you're back with the pod father.
That's stupid.
And then you could
All right,
push
I don't
a
want
crickets button.
Yeah, I don't want to steal that from anybody else. So.
All right.
Your favorite scene.
I'm going to go with the Chunk and Sloth in the room together.
Yeah, that's good.
With the
No,
baby
no.
Ruth.
Yeah.
It's just a wholesome time. He's getting to know his new brother.
He did. You know what I told
That's right.
when we were watching it. This is
Just
a
keeps
long
dragging
chocolate scene. But we were talking about Sloth living with Chunk. I don't know if he cleared that with the parents, but that's fine. I guess we're inheriting. And he's not a dog. You can't just we're taking this. He's like 30 years old, so I think he can make his own decisions. But they realize when he moves in, he's a random yeller. There's just going to be times during the days, like, because he doesn't. Yeah, that's it. So it's going to be the middle of the night, and they'll be like, Sloth, go to bed.
I read that the novelization of the movie, Sloth does go move in with them. And
Oh, nice.
they throw him a bat mitzvah.
Oh, so that's nice for him.
I just like the couple of the lines in there. Geez, mister, you're even hungrier than I am.
Oh, I know, that's rough. Because he's hungry. Yeah. Chunk is always hungry. So all right, Rob, what's your favorite scene?
I like the fountain scene when they're underneath the fountain. I felt like that was a very dramatic.
symbolic.
Yeah, it was very symbolic.
Do you like the under the fountain or what's going
Do
on
you like
above?
because
I like both.
no, you don't like what's up above.
Good.
Those are the three biggest douchebags I've ever seen in my life.
But I like the coat coming up.
Yeah,
You know, and the
Do you-
and I have to give Corey's performance is really good.
Corey.
Or not Corey. Feldman.
Oh, Feldman.
That is Corey.
He is
Yeah,
a Corey.
He is a Corey.
Yeah.
You know
but
whose
where he talks
performance-
about this,
I just found that
this
little-
is mine. This wish is
Yeah.
mine.
I just
You know,
found that
think
was like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he just switched and went very.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he went from
He went-
wisecracking to like sad
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
2 seconds.
because I think
But I'll tell you that-
Goonies are they're from the wrong side of the
No, I
tracks,
know.
and I think they have a darker history and a darker past and a rougher upbringing, and here was that was the most serious part in the movie, I think,
Yeah.
and I think it was very turning.
Well, I
it was
don't
a good point where Andy became a Goonie, and there's very symbolic.
I
and thought it was
question the
cool.
Andy being a Goonie part because she's not from that side of town. You know, she's from the nicer side.
Well, and
of
she
town.
says that
her
because
parents go to the country.
because
just
I
question
think
Andy, period.
I think
I agree.
Mikey actually says that you're not a Goonie.
He's not from.
Yeah.
She's not from that
Yeah,
side. Of
or
town.
no, she
She
says
says
that.
that.
She
But
says
I'm
that,
not a
and he
Goonie.
says,
Well, I got
I
that.
forgot.
Well,
Excellent
what
voice.
I'm getting at is when Mikey's like, when we go up tomorrow, we're not going to have homes. She's like, nah, I'm going to have a home. They're not making
Right.
a golf course where I live.
I was going to say they're already members of the country.
yeah,
club
they
that's
already
going
live
in.
there. That's all. That's all good. But I will tell you that delivery by Troy of the Andy, you Goonie, is horrible.
It
Like
is not
how
good.
many
No, he's
takes?
an excellent actor.
How many takes did I want to
you
know
just
the
call him an excellent
outtakes?
actor?
Yeah, I sure did.
I just want to know the outtakes that they're like, we'll keep that one. Like, come on, dude, that sucks a lot. Like, what was bad about the other ones? Because that's really bad. His delivery sucks, and it's just, and he's kind of I don't know. That's one of my recasting things where I'm like, we could have done better than this guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Johnny's sitting right there. He's not doing anything in 85. Right? Let's just pull Zabik back in, or Zabsik, or whatever his name is. Right? He's much better actor than that guy. So
I like that scene. I thought that was a very pivotal.
It
scene
is heartfelt.
Yeah,
It's good.
It's good.
Mine is just mouth translating to Rosalita, which we've talked about already. I just think to me, that's the funniest part of the movie. Is when I was a kid, I laughed. When I'm older, I'm laughed. Just for her to be contemplating in her brain. Well, although I do find Rosalita a little gullible because he's 13. Did she really believe all these things that he's saying? But you never know.
And she stayed, though.
She stayed.
Like you would have thought after the first.
No, she'd be
like, I'm out.
She wants to work there.
Like, I'm staying.
No, Peter Man. So, all right. So that takes us to category 3. Your favorite or who you think is the best evil character. He's so evil that he might be Kurt. Evil. Like he's from the Fruits, Rob?
Of the Devil.
There it is. Yeah. That's perfect. Okay. So we'll start with Rob.
Favorite evil
I
went with Mama Fratelli.
Ooh, so did I.
I love Mama Fratelli. Did you?
Mama.
Yes.
I love Mama Fratelli.
You are Mama's boys. So
that's true. I am a Mama's
good.
boy. Yeah.
I just said that she was willing to help break her kid out of jail. That's dedication.
Yeah, she's raising her kid. She's sticking with them even though she knows they're complete idiots. And
I have
breaks them out.
Ranker.com says about her, the cunning, sinister matriarch of the villainous Fratelli family. She expertly manipulates her sons to achieve her goals and has no qualms with using force or threats to maintain that control.
Yeah.
She instills fear not only within her family with her unwavering authority over Francis and Jake, but also within the Goonies as they struggle to keep ahead of her nefarious plans. Although appearing monstrous in many ways, her twisted sense of loyalty to her own blood adds an element of depth to her character, making her a memorable antagonist.
Yes. Well, remember her wise words, kids suck.
Kids suck.
So. Well, I've got good news for you, gentlemen. You might be Mama's boys.
Are you a Wang man?
I wish I was a Wang man.
Are you a Wang man?
If I'd have known about Dick Wang ahead of time, but he's not that evil, so it doesn't make sense here. But just like in all of our dreams, when we were growing up, it is going to be a Mama Fratelli menage.
Oh, menage!
No!
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Going 3 hardcore on the mama.
3 hardcore on the mama.
Dang it.
She's a sexy beast.
I heard she likes tongue.
Oh, she does like tongue. She only wants tongue.
That's all she wants is tongue.
Oh, boy.
Which one of you boys is Dick Wang?
Because I hope it's not just one person. I want them separate.
Oh, that's not good. Okay. All right. So,
too much.
oh man, he has a button for
Too
that.
much
He
Dick
didn't even
Wang?
use it.
He didn't time out
Seemed like
me.
a timeout. Perfect timing right there.
He was clicking on something else. So
I was trying to find something else over here.
he was still researching.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. All right. So that gets us to category 4. This is a tough one. Most unbelievable moment and or scene in the movie. I'll go first this time.
You go.
Okay. I'm going to go with Data, a.k.a. Richard Huang. Filling in the hole with the spikes. I misspelled that, right?
Richard Wang.
He was
filling in the hole.
I thought Rob would like that, so that's why I said it. Look.
Timeout.
So there's your
Got it.
timeout. Let me rephrase that. When he falls in the hole with the spikes, he uses those like
Pinches of power.
shattering teeth to catch the rocks on the side, and it saves him. No, those plastic teeth are not keeping him from getting speared.
Don't worry about his pinchers of power.
That's your most unbelievable
That's my most
moment?
unbelievable moment. That doesn't work.
Pinches of power.
Pinches
That's
of
what I
power.
got.
It's impossible. It doesn't work.
Okay,
There's
but I
nothing
also
there.
got down on the rabbit's hole of,
of
the
course.
internet.
Oh, nice.
What do you think they're called?
Chattering teeth.
What does he call them? What does Wang call them?
Oh, Huang's Chung?
Dang
No,
you.
I don't remember.
What does Data call his little pinchers? What does he call them? The pinchers of what?
Pinchers of power, right?
Okay.
Is it not power?
Well,
Did
on
we
the
mishear
internet,
him?
there are people that swear they hear pinchers of pow.
Pow. Okay.
There's other people that swear it's pinchers of peril.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
And then there's pinchers of power.
Yeah.
It's an argument online.
Well, I'll be honest.
I'm on the power kick.
Yeah.
I always thought it was pinchers of power.
I'll be honest, whatever you want to call it, they're not
His pinchers.
saving him from getting speared by those spikes in the
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
cave.
I found somebody on Reddit said, "How do the pinchers of power, or maybe pinchers of peril, work?" Somebody writes, "The work of data are not to be questioned or understood.
I gotcha.
Only obeyed."
Only obeyed.
right.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume no menage this time.
No menage. I went with the where in the cave system is there a perfectly smooth water slide?
Of course, yeah. I agree. And they all go down on the same spot, but they come out different holes at the end.
Different holes.
So
there was a good one where when they came out one of the holes, there was a random dude. It must have been a stunt guy.
Oh, okay.
But he comes out in a white shirt and red jeans.
Nice.
And he's the last person out of the hole.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Wow.
Sometimes you want to be first, sometimes you want to be last.
Maybe it was Josh Brolin trying to do that method acting thing, and it was the womb, and I'm the last one out.
He was clawing on his way down.
Clawing on my way out. Steven, does this work? God, I hate you, Josh Brolin.
Just act.
Just act. I do like how they actually built this water slide, and the kids and the director would go in after hours just to ride the slide.
Somebody get Johnny D on the phone.
I don't know.
All right. That takes us to category 5. Favorite location in the movie, or what do you think was the best filming location or best spot? Robert, go ahead and start us off.
That's the full name, Robert. I went broad. I just went the Oregon coast.
Oh, okay.
I just think the coast. I like the coast. Our family always went to the coast.
Yep.
It holds a
So I'm close.
Sentimental.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm close
like
to
the
you.
coast.
I put the Goon Docks specifically. Yeah. I put as an Oregonian, just makes me think of my childhood. Everything's kind of wet, a little damp.
It's kind of wet.
It's a little dreary, but it feels like home. And that's what it looks like. What it looks like there's kind of what it looks like growing up outside of Portland.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite spot just because it makes me think of when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So.
And I like even living here, we live in a very dry part of the Washington state. And when it does rain, I really like it.
Oh.
So it takes me back to my home, and I like the rain. I like a little drizzle. I like it.
Rob likes to be wet.
He loves wetness is good. He longs for the days of where it rains for 3 weeks straight, and you never get a break, and it just rains.
Now we just get one rain every 2 months.
Yeah,
he loves. Rob would just stand out in the rain, mouth open.
Well, it's an argument at school when they want to call indoor recess, and I go outside and I go, "This is not rain.
I was going to say,
this is not rain.
It's a light sprinkle, children.
Just put on a coat, you'll be fine."
Mainly, it's the adults outside that are having trouble with it, not the kids.
It's pouring outside.
It is. So, what is your favorite location?
My favorite location was the Inferno.
Oh,
Eyed Willy's pirate ship.
Nice.
It's got the rich stuff on it.
It does have rich stuff.
I like how they always called it the rich stuff.
The rich stuff.
Real ship?
Real ship.
They built it for the movie.
They even kept it secret from the kids so they could film their initial reactions. But then Brand got
too profane.
Too profane.
Yeah.
So they had to reshoot it.
Mm-hmm. That was not part of the method.
They also used parts of the actual Pirates of the Caribbean ships from the Disneyland.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
I saw that they tried to give the ship away.
No, nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted it.
Nobody wanted it, so they'd take it apart.
Which is why Dick Donner had to
it.
put a miniature next to his skull.
Are we throwing that in there now too?
Yes.
Dick Donner?
That's what he goes by. Everything I watched, they were all calling him Dick.
Stop.
His name is Richard. It's Dick. They call him Dick.
All right. You know what?
If somebody wants, I'm going by what they want to be called.
Look, I will say for the first time ever on this podcast, we might be using the word "dick" too much. just as an idea. No, but yeah, Dick Donner, Dick Huang. It's a lot of dicks. All right, so that's gonna take us
just some dudes around the table right now.
Look at Dave's he's trying to keep things cleaned up.
Just a bunch of dudes around a round table talking about dicks.
Yes. So category 6, worst actor or actress. I think we have a sound effect for that. Is that accurate, Rob?
I'm sorry.
Money now and a lot more when I get in that office. You can take that to the bank.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
I found the Batcave.
We gotta get those locks changed.
She knows who we are.
Guess we'll just have to kill her.
Yep, we'll kill her later. We have work to do.
They're eating her. And then they're going to eat me. Oh my God!
embarrass me. Well, you did it, okay? Grandfather always said you were a loser. Now you're trying to make me one, and I hate you for it.
Oh, we hate you too, Mikey. It's okay. So this category, your version of somebody who wasn't doing a good job in the movie. So, Kurt, who do you think could have been better at their craft?
There was a couple.
Oh, I agree.
Let's see here.
It was hard, actually.
Which one do I want? Yeah, I'm trying. It's very hard to pick because they're.
It was hard to
very
pick
neck and
any,
neck.
or there was hard to pick
It was
just
hard
one.
to pick
hard to
just
pick-
one. Yeah, there were several I could have gone with.
Because I'm gonna go with Troy, Steve Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, him
Sucks.
and his buddies.
Yeah, all
they're,
terrible.
They're a threesome of terribleness.
That's awful.
Standing on top of that.
That stereotype with the polo shirts, the khakis, they're just these frat 80s, they're just awful. They're horrible.
Yeah, he did not do anything.
No, he does nothing. And he's wearing a visor. Nobody's wearing a visor in 1985.
I wish those apes
Troy,
would have stole his
stop
car.
wearing the visor. Yeah.
The
I would
real
just
apes.
loved it. The real apes.
That's
I'm
right, the
searching
real
for the
apes.
real apes. You see Troy, the actor, run onto the set. Dick, they stole my car.
Who did?
Those gorillas.
Two gorillas.
Two gorillas. They just took off. Shut up, Troy.
The fact that the image of two gorillas driving a car around town, and then Steven Spielberg filmed it.
Hey, you know what I would like? Troy's running after the car. The one girl's driving, the other one's turning,
Throwing feces
waving
at
at him and throwing feces. Meep, meep.
Give him the bird.
Oh, okay, Rob. What was your worst actor?
I went with Andy Carey Green.
I went with her as well. We are on the same
that was
page.
my second. That was my very close second.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's really
She's
bad.
making out with everybody. No, I mean just.
No, her delivery. So go back to your favorite scene.
They're in peril.
Yes.
They're walking through, and all she wants to do is
I know.
get busy
Get people alone.
in the tunnel. You know.
But when she said your favorite scene, the well, my mouth says something like, "We could end up very injured." She goes, "We could end up dead." That was the worst line in the whole movie. Oh God! She really,
freaks
and really, first of all, she really kept her eyes closed the entire time making out with Mikey. Not once. And then after Mikey left, her eyes are still closed.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And what did she?
And her quote of, you keep kissing girls that way. Those parts of you that aren't working good, they're going to catch up and work real good. What am I hearing right now?
What does that even
What's
mean?
going on?
I don't even know what it means, but it's provocative.
It's awful.
It's provocative.
Yeah, she's
shocking.
I got to be honest. Look, you're right there. Look, it's 1985. What do we got here? I looked at her age. Phoebe Cates is right there. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Gremlins.
Phoebe was a few years older, though.
She's 2 years older, and she still looks young. You could get away with it.
I went with Mia Sarah from Legend and Ferris Bueller.
I had Jennifer Jason Leigh, but she's doing Breakfast Club, but she could have got away with it. And I'll tell you, Jennifer Jason Leigh in War Games, very cute.
By the way, did we just go into category 7?
Is that what? Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, we'll combine. We'll combine category
I was going to say,
7.
I started in the recasting when I went with mine.
We'll go to category 7, which is recasting horrible Andy's character, which we just talked about.
A little premature categorization.
I'm sorry, not Jennifer Jason Leigh in War Games. Ali Sheedy in War Games.
yes.
Yeah, I like her. So,
Would
and
you
she's
like to play a game?
She's another option. So, so you recast that. And like I said earlier for Troy, I could just get Johnny from Karate Kid, put him in. Much better actor. I think he brings a little more credibility to the douche scenario in that case. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know what he would have not done? Worn a visor. He'd be like, no, I'm in Cobra.
They would have put him in
I'm
that
in
visor.
Cobra Kai. I'm not wearing a visor.
Cobra Kai.
I don't think he gets to use his character
he does.
street cred on other movies.
He does.
He's like, wait,
first of all,
I'm in Cobra Kai.
I'm Cobra Kai.
This is a World War II movie, my friend.
I don't care.
I don't care. I'm in Cobra Kai.
I'm Cobra Kai. I'm not doing that.
Cobra Kai.
It's in my contract.
You're no longer in California. You're in Astoria.
That was Globo Jim.
Oh, that was Globo Jim.
Yes.
Purple Cobras or whatever they are. So you have any other recast, Rob?
No,
nothing.
No.
You got anything?
Mine was just Mia.
I'm going to go out. I feel like there are some movies in our life, growing up, that one should never be remade.
Gotcha. Total Recall.
I'm not a Total Recall. Total Recall is one.
Should not.
But like, I'm not a Roadhouse fan. I'll say that out loud. But
Boo that.
they remade it.
You can go.
They should not have. They should not have remade that.
They should not have.
They should have tried that.
Yep.
And so I think this is a movie that should never. The discussion of recasting it should not be had.
Just heresy of the highest order.
I do. Right. I feel this is one of the rare movies I'll say I just don't think they should touch.
I still
Leave
think
it alone.
I still think you can do better than Troy and Andy's actors. I just think you can. So I was waiting for Rob to bring in the today, and and just bring in the whole cast of Stranger Things. Well, he could be Mikey, and he could be this.
I know.
I will make.
They basically did do.
They did.
That's what Stranger Things was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say this, and this might be a thing, but when I was a kid, I didn't notice it. But watching it rewatch as an adult, there are times Sean Astin's character Mikey is a little annoying. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. He's a little whiny at times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't always think he's doing great either. But it is what it is. But I guess he has to be a little whiny. But he's got the good speech. Yeah. It's our time.
It's our
their time up there, but this is our time.
Down here,
he sells it, So Goonie. You freaking Troy.
Freaking Troy.
All right. Well, that takes us to
I'm with leave it alone. Don't touch.
Yeah. Well,
you can always
I think
touch
we've established just a little touch. I said 97% good. All right. Takes us to category 8. It's our Harry Temple.
Just touch it.
Our Harry Temple. I should have stayed in Aspen moment.
Touch! He's touching it a little.
Aspen it is.
This is a moment in the movie when a character knows or realizes their demise, or something really bad may occur to them. Probably several good examples in this movie. So, Rob, why don't you kick us off with your I should have stayed in Aspen moment?
I'm going to say the scene where they are underneath the city.
Oh, okay.
And they're doing the pipes.
Yes.
And old Troy is on the crapper.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a moment where he realizes, oh crap, and he hits the ceiling and comes down, and then he does the oh daddy thing, where he goes daddy, But right before his toilet gets shot to the ceiling,
when he starts to hear the pressure,
there's a realization that it's gonna go.
Oh yeah, so he feels it. He feels a rumble on his cheeks.
That was also my number one, Rob.
Oh, nice.
It was.
Hey,
nice.
Hey, look at
when
that.
he's blown off the toilet in his red underoos that he's still wearing that you can see.
And why did he call for his daddy?
I don't know.
Because he wants his
Troy.
daddy.
Yeah, he sucks.
He
That's
wants
why.
his daddy.
I want my daddy.
Daddy, he needs some powder. He's moist.
Papa.
He's now moistened.
I'm done, Papa.
He needs some royal wipers.
Daddy.
Royal wipers.
Daddy, I need my bottom wiped.
Please.
Oh, boy.
The bidet is extra strong today.
What's that from? Saturday Night Live, Simon, when he would talk about
my bum.
To do drawings.
I like to do drawings.
I like to draw.
I draw a picture today.
So stupid. All right, we went the wrong way. Okay,
what was yours, David?
My stayed in Aspen moment is Mama Fratelli when Sloth. She's singing the song to him, and then Sloth starts doing. Go ahead, Rob. Why don't you give it to us? She's singing the song, and Sloth tells her she's been bad.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
So,
You've been bad.
yeah, and the look on her face at that moment is, I pissed him off because she knows what's coming next. So he tosses her in the water.
Slothy.
She's only dropped him once. Okay, twice.
I dropped you once. Okay, twice. No. So that's my Aspen moment. Mama Fratelli, she knew. She kind of knew as soon as he hoisted the brothers up. She knew she was in trouble because she was trying to talk her way out of it, and then she started singing that song. She went sideways real quick. But remember, kids suck. So that's what are you gonna do?
That's what we've learned.
Yeah. So excitement in the studio today. This is the moment of our podcast. What? I don't understand.
The excitement.
Why you're laughing? This is the time in our podcast.
I'm excited.
You are excited.
Right. Yeah.
Sounds like that NPR thing. Good time.
I like your sweaty balls.
Yeah, I know you do. This is the time in our podcast when we usually read our submission from my son. And
some of us read it better than others, not me.
Connor's Corner.
Yeah.
But this week we don't have the submission because Connor himself has showed up live in the studio and is going to give us an on-air version of...
Oh, Connor's Corner. He watches movies. It's Connor's Corner. Oh, yeah.
So welcome to the show, Connor.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me finally.
Of course, yeah. Finally. You've never
We've
asked.
refused it.
So,
We
we
kept
refused
asking,
them.
and we
This is
kept
the
saying
first
no.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Well, you're here for Connor's Corner on the Goonies. So why don't you wow everybody with your review?
Okay, so before I start the review, I have some pre-context to this, like the whole review behind my reasoning. So, in my house, for those who don't know, every time the word Goonies or just the mention of it, and if it's on TV, if my mother ever hears about it, she is ecstatic and her eyes light up like crazy. So before going into this, I had really high expectations, and I was like, wow, this must be a really great movie because she's the hater of all movies.
No, she is.
Oh, wow.
She's going to love that.
She is
the
hater
of all movies.
That's right.
And because of that, I was like, oh, this must be a really good movie then.
Yeah.
So before then, I actually watched it a few times, but not like actually watched it, only like a little bit of focus. But I didn't fully focus into the movie.
Yes.
This is the first time I watched it a few days ago that I actually like fully attention for the movie. And I just want to say it's not amazing.
Okay.
Immediately.
Immediately?
It had a rough start for me. It didn't really catch my attention whatsoever. And I think the reason behind that is because I'm not the target audience for that movie. If I watched it maybe when I was like 12, 11, or 10, which would be like around the age that you guys watched it, you'd appreciate it more. But since I'm an 18-year-old person watching this for the first time, it didn't really catch my eyes. It's a fun watch. I'll give it that. It's pretty solid, but I just think that people credit it as a classic.
Yes.
Because people that grew up around that time were kids, and now that they're older, they can appreciate it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not really that great. It's good. I think it's good. I would watch it again, but I think, and also there's a lot of terrible acting in that movie. Specifically Andy, I hate her. She's horrible. She's like, we're all gonna die. And it's just awful.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'd probably give this a solid 7 out of 10.
No, okay.
It's good for me. I'd watch it again.
Yeah.
I really liked Mikey.
Oh, okay.
Although you guys didn't, apparently. You thought he was
No, I was the only one that said that. They didn't sign off on that at all.
I really liked
Mikey
him.
was
I
fine.
thought he was good.
I think we need to vet your reviews from now on.
I don't think we do. I think Rob,
I think he's not used to riding around town and on his bike.
Yes.
Knowing where all the kids are. It's
correct.
just in the front yard.
This is true.
I think 80s
That's a good point.
kids see this much differently than, and this is our example. We have a current child, and now he's an adult. An adult now, but he's my child. So point is that it's a different view. Yeah, a lot of what's going on in there he can't equate to. Yeah, the adventure thing, the just going outside and riding, like you said, riding your bikes and all that. So, and I think nostalgia is what drives us to say this is like the classic, one of our favorite movies. Because as Connor chimed in, we're going to do our final judgment. And I'm just going to say this. I like the Goonies. I've always liked the Goonies. I've rewatched it many times and stuff like that. I just don't love it I've never loved it. Like, it's not one that I have to watch like every year. And I'm going to say something here that Rob's, for those of you that watch on YouTube, you'll get to see his scrunched up face. If I was switching between two channels and the Goonies was on and Cocktail was on the other channel, I'm going to rewatch Cocktail because it's just more fun. As an adult, like it makes me laugh a little more and stuff like that. And that's an honest assessment.
That's
but
fine.
I like the Goonies. But I don't love it as much as everybody else. So
I will say it's
okay.
wrong.
For the first time, I'm going to implore that our people that listen and watch and give us feedback. I need an honest feedback. They always give us the feedback about the crappy songs I pick. That statement that he just made.
Yes.
That he compared Cocktail.
If you're honest with yourself,
There's
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, here's what I'm telling you, Rob. I don't think Cocktail's a better movie. I just think as a rewatch, now that I'm older, I have more fun rewatching that than I always do the Goonies. That's all I'm saying.
I'd rather say, hey, you guys, than Mr. Flanagan.
No, I would never rather say that. I love Mr. Flanagan. Coughlin's laws are solid all the time. All right.
Okay,
so,
let him read his. Is that it?
I think he gave it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. So 7 out of 10?
So what do you got for him, Rob?
Golly.
So nice to have Connor in the studio with us
it
today.
It was good to have you.
Yeah,
it was good to have
That's good. Your first time on. So I like you said, he's like, finally, you've never asked to be on. And in
And
fact,
after all of this, he will not ask to come back.
In fact, I said, "Do you want to do it today?" And he was like, "Eh." And then, like right before I'm getting ready to leave, he goes, "Yeah, I'll go." So the excitement level was.
Well, the conversation on the
roof.
way home, he's gonna go. That's what you
That's
guys
what
do.
you guys do. That's what you do in a
That's what we
room
do.
for 2 hours.
Yeah. So
Like, okay.
But so, what did you think of our discussion on the Goonies today?
It was good.
It was good. It
was good.
Yeah. I
Just like the casting.
There you go.
He is definitely
He's
in
definitely your
my
nephew.
family.
That's that
I
hard-hitting
enjoyed it.
commentary
That's right.
that
Did you-
we talked about. Yes,
did you,
it's good.
Sorry, Connor. Don't watch how I do this.
Did we miss anything?
No, especially
okay.
the Dick Wang.
Okay, see?
Ah,
there we
that's
go.
my favorite
part.
Nice.
Don't encourage.
I'm just letting your mom know now. I didn't tell you could say that, so that's fine.
He's an adult. We just
He's
said
an
that.
adult. I can't stop it anymore. So, okay. Well, I think that covers everything we would need to know about the Goonies. Anything else there, fellas?
I got nothing.
No.
All right. Well, if you'd like to contact any of us here at the show, which we always look forward to, you can find us on all the social media sites from Facebook to X, the artist formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and this week we will have a YouTube video to which we provided links in the show notes. You can also just Google Totally 80s and 90s Recall. You'll find us everywhere out in the interwebs. We're kind of popular now, so it's
Kind
okay.
of a big deal.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big thing. Yeah. Does your thought process resemble a pinball machine bouncing wildly between existential dread and the best way to fold a fitted sheet? Welcome to the club, my friends, with the delightfully unpredictable minds. Visit Totally 80s 90s Recall at podbean.com and get ready to say psych to the present, because Dave and I are whisking you back to a simpler time where you were not kind if you did not rewind. Do not commence Operation Mind Wipe. There's no need to hit the reset button on those mushy memories. Send us an email at 80s90srecall@gmail.com. Consider Dave and I your cartographers of forgotten pathways, mapping the whispers of your soul's unexplored nostalgia.
Wow.
Wow, that is a lot of multisyllabic words.
That's your best one.
You like
I think
that
that's
one?
your best
Yeah,
one.
okay.
I like that you got spelunking in there. So that's good.
cartographers.
Yeah, cartographers.
Anyway, we are your
uh,
cartographers of forgotten pathways.
Yeah, some a little geography for everyone.
Now I'm gonna
Now
dumb
you're
it
gonna
down
what?
and
Dumb
make
it
shorter
down.
words.
Bring it down.
All right. Now is the time, all singular syllables. Now is the time I get to ask you to go wherever, a double syllable, you get your podcast and rate the show by giving the show 5 stars and give us a review so that we can continue to create bigger and better shows each week. Also, if you have recently been hit so hard that your clothes are out of style, you are in luck, because we have a merch store on the 80s and 90s Recall website where you can purchase some very trendy new shirts that will be sure to make you look stylish wherever you go.
Ooh,
nice.
That was pretty good too.
That was good.
That's right there with yours.
That's right up there.
Yeah.
You just
use a lot of multisyllabic words.
but you just use
there's a
fancier
couple.
words. That's all.
I just use fancier words. Yeah.
Rob,
I don't own a thesaurus.
no, we do not.
I had to throw in a big word right there. I'm so proud of myself.
He thinks that's a dinosaur.
It goes rawr.
But you're a human. Anyway, Rob, do you have any closing thoughts for us today?
I do.
Nice.
I found this quote. It says, as children of the 80s, and I think this goes with what Connor said, as children of the 80s, we can see ourselves in the characters portrayed in this movie. The new kid, the one who gets picked on, the shy one, the one with the outlandish ideas. The Goonies celebrate the fact that the true strength comes from embracing your individuality and finding your place in a group that cherishes your unique quirks. Unlike many children's movies that portray idealized versions of kids, The Goonies feels authentic. The Goonies offers a vivid and affectionate portrayal of 1980s childhood. It captures a sense of wonder and boundless imagination that thrives in kids. For those who grew up in that era, it's a nostalgic trip back to a time of building forts, playing outside until dark, and believing anything was possible. Even for viewers who didn't experience the 80s firsthand, the movie's portrayal of childhood camaraderie and adventure transcends time. It taps into a universal yearning for simpler times and the thrill of exploration that resonates across generations. I thought that was a well-said quote about this movie.
Well
I
copied
found
and
it online
pasted.
somewhere.
Oh,
yeah, it's good.
You know what? That deserves Kurt.
Single
tier.
There it is.
Do you guys know the Goonies oath?
Oh,
Yes.
No, do you know it?
I have it. Got to get to my notes.
All
gotta
right,
get
there
to
we
the
go.
Do we have to do it together?
Let's do it together.
Okay.
Okay. I will never betray my Goon Dock friends. We will stick together until the whole world ends. Through heaven and hell and nuclear war, good pals like us will stick like tar. in the city or the country or the forest or the boonies, I am proudly declared a fellow Goonie.
Wow, that's great.
Ah, you like that?
Beautiful, guys.
That was pretty good.
It was a rough start, but we finished well.
You guys
the first line wasn't good.
You guys should not duet together.
We got it together.
No.
We were fine.
Okay.
I thought we landed that bird.
You did a good job.
We came together like Troy and the boys.
What'd you think? What'd you think, Connor?
Yeah.
Was that good?
It could have some work.
They'll
Work
practice
for it.
later.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll get
practice
you.
is needed.
We'll get a
Practice
little
is
dance
needed.
number.
So.
Yes.
Well, in the studio today, it was our time. But now that ship has sailed and One-Eyed Willy is free.
Whoa.
Dick Huang has gone home, so let's sit back and enjoy some Domino's pizza as we fold up the map on our rewind of the Goonies. If you're looking for more nostalgia, go back and check out some of our previous episodes. In fact, this time last year, we debuted our review of the movie Face Off as we closed out our Caged-In saga for June. Finally, we'd like to thank all of our listeners, whether first-timers or subscribers, for hanging out with Rob, Kurt, and Connor, and me. Today, too many ants, for an hour or so, and hopefully we provided some laughs and great memories. And don't forget to tune in for all new episodes of Totally 80s and 90s Recall every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
You know, I slowed that down so maybe we'd all go together. You like to duet, but then you didn't want to have a...
No.
All right, fine. All right.
It's not a barbershop quartet.
I'm done.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
All right. What are we doing?
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Let's go.
We've been doing this for 18 months, and you still don't know the rhythm of the end of this thing. So
The rhythm is going to get you.
That's right.
Eventually.
The rhythm is going to get
Yeah.
you. What are we doing next time?
Would you like your homework?
I want my homework.
Okay. Yeah, it's your homework
Because
for
I'll
next
do
time.
it the night before.
That's true.
So
But you still come
I
up
want
with
it. Oh, I want it weeks in advance.
But you come up with good
right.
stuff anyway.
And then I'm gonna throw it
you
together.
were
That's how I got through
that
high
guy.
school.
Yeah, you were that guy in high school and college that I'll do it right before class and get an A on it. I like it. That's
Okay.
beautiful. That right.
That was
perfect.
I think a fly just did that.
That's just great. Our homework for next time, Rob, is you and I are going to be counting down or putting together a list of our favorite best rap, hip hop, R&B songs from 1998.
Wow.
Pivotal year, Rob.
Our 97 episode
is off like gangbusters.
People love it.
Love it.
Yes.
Well, let's see if they love the 98 too. It's a year
98.
later.
Yeah.
We've got some good
I
stuff.
believe back in the day when we did that episode, I said that was my jam.
It was your jam.
Ooh, 97.
I think you said Jammy Jam. I think that's possible.
Why is
Jammy
that not
Jam
a shirt?
came out. I don't know.
Rob's Jammy Jams.
Yeah. With him with this little finger like here.
And no, it needs
My little Jammy Jam.
It needs not be a shirt. It needs to be a
onesie.
A onesie.
A onesie with
feety pajamas.
Feety pajamas, yeah.
with the little
butt.
My
the
jammy
little
jam.
access
Yeah.
in the back.
So when I call, your wife could be like, is he there? Oh, well, he's putting on his Jammy Jam.
Yeah. Put 'em on my
Jammy Jams.
I got to get him in bed.
Steven Tyler PJ.
It's time for him to go night-night. So, well, Rob, do you got anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Fancy goodbye?
No fancy goodbyes.
No.
All right, peace out. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
That was a mess.
That was a good one.
That was I don't know. Good is a
was-
relative term.
That was a
Relative
plethora of dicks out there.
A lot of dicks.
That was a lot of dicks. I think that's so many dicks.
For a children's movie.